knock him out with the right, knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
fundo. Giro levou a melhor pra cima do jogador da luz. Que balão, Razuri! Corinthians morrendo, Folha.
Pegando uma eliminação.
Oi,
nossa!
Balão demais, olha o Corinthians como vem. 10 kills. 1x1 agora de equipe. Meta game contra o Corinthians. We are live once again for one more Monday full of Brazilian Free Fire League for you guys. The LBFF is on its way and we get to the halfway of the season, to the 9th round, and we have Corinthians having their best start in the history of LBFF. And of course, I'm not alone. You guys are already seeing her, but I am cited by my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell. How you doing, Carol, for this Monday? Have you had your dinner already?
Hello everyone, and I have not had my dinner, Marcelo, because I was waiting for LBFF to start so I can eat, you know, and be happy watching Free Fire Brazilian League, especially because you already start saying that Timão, the big team that we call here in Brazil, Corinthians, it's having the day of glorious for them because they start being the best team of LBFF, and I think we have the art for that, and we will talk about that a little bit later. But today it's Monday, Marcelo, So what is our expectations for today?
I am crazy to see how Corinthians will fare against what SS Esports and Loud did yesterday. Since they are not playing today, Corinthians has the space to open up some huge points in the rankings today if they play what they have been playing for those past 8 rounds that we've seen here in LBFF Season 5. But we also have to keep our eyes open to some other teams, right, Carol?
Of course, because today, if I'm not mistaken, it's Group A against Group B, is that right?
It's Group A against Group B.
Yeah, that's so right. So, Sunday was a balanced day between Loud, INTZ, and the newcomers, Nitroxx Top 10, right? Who have scored their first triple booyah, guys, here. Their first 2 ones were follow ones, Bermuda followed by Purgatory, and the last one was in Bermuda, giving themselves 85 points in our table, and
sorry,
the
Carol,
best day so far.
It's Group A against Group C. I'm deeply sorry because I messed your line of thoughts.
That's okay. That's okay. I should have come prepared for that too. But it's because last season was a little bit of different, so we are kind of adapting ourselves to this season. But as I was saying, you know, English can be difficult sometimes, but that's okay because today we are gonna watch the action from teams that we like to watch. Of course, Group B is one of the most aggressive ones, but also we are going to watch Group C, who have been played the weekend very nice. And talking about that, there it is our schedule, Marcelo.
Fluxo, Los Grandes, Metagaming, Pen Gaming, Santos, Real, and Vivo KEYD going against B4, Corinthians, FURIA, Netshoes Miners, Team Codasolid, and Team 1. The teams from Group C, as we corrected ourselves, and we are sorry for bringing the wrong information, but now we're bringing the right information and bringing the right analysis because we got to keep an eye on some of the teams from Group C that are destroying in the season. I mean, Corinthians before, some good results from FURIA, from Netshoes Miners, Team Codasolid surprisingly doing an amazing job, and we got to keep an eye open on Team 1 because they are on the bottom of the list. They are on the bottom of our standings and they need to perform better today.
Exactly, well noticed. And let's also keep an eye on B4 because Loud managed to pass them on points yesterday, and I'm pretty much sure right now these guys are hungry for their position, and they will also fight over for the first place because that's the goal here, right, Marcelo?
Definitely, the teams want to raise their rankings, because we know that the total rankings for the first half of the season define the positions. The teams who are playing in the top 12 at the last day of competition will have advantages. The teams with most points on our standings that are coming for you on the screen, the teams with the most points on the standings for the first half of the season will have advantages playing on the top 12, right, Carol?
Of course. And as we can see here, Corinthians finished Saturday, open a big gap ahead all the other teams, but yesterday Esports played 6 matches and they got the opportunity to pass over, but there is not much points behind of Esports, and knowing the Corinthians game style that we have watched so far, we know that they will come to steal the place again. But like Marcelo said, Santos is playing here today. They are also very close for top 5, 4 and 3, and I'm pretty much sure we're gonna also watch great things from them if before don't come to them, which I think they will, especially because they have this personal confrontation in Kalahari. But we saw that last weekend Santos came for before in Bermuda.
Santos came for before in Bermuda, and we might see that confrontation between Santos and before in Kalahari, as we are used to seeing, and those teams playing by themselves without the confrontations happening by the start of the day, they got good results, right?
Exactly. But also today we are going to watch Los Grandes, who have one of the best representations starting here at the beginning of Free Fire Brazilian League. And let's see what they will bring us today. But what we have bring for us right now is our MVP list. So let's check it out.
We got to check this out because MTS is still leading, but K1 surprisingly got to the 2nd place yesterday and put on still on the 3rd place. However, we have Ousado, who plays today and had 18 kills on his last showing, and Memgad, who got 13 kills on his last showing, coming in for the game today.
And we got to talk about that Memgod, especially Memgod. He is one of the supports, and yesterday we have showing you guys the art of how the supports have been so good that they can also get few kills. But let's see if Mahmoud from Los Grandes will come back for the kill leaders, because as much as Los Grandes started having a good beginning here in Free Fire Brazilian League, so does Mahmoud, who also was on the run for the MVP list right behind of MTS. Right now, of course, there's players in front of him, but it's 6 matches, right? So he has the opportunity to do something about that, and I'm pretty much sure Los Grandes will have few changes in their game style today, because it doesn't make much sense for you to have a great start and don't keep the same consistency, because one thing is Corinthians that didn't have a good start right in the first days, but right now they adapted themselves, right, and they got a good game, Marcelo.
And there's something else we need to talk about, Carol. I'll excuse myself for just a little bit, but today is the International Day for the Pride of the Community LGBTQIA+, and it's important for us to talk about it a little bit before we extend the discussion about Corinthians, because it's time for us to learn how to respect the differences. Everybody is their own selves, and they need and they deserve to be respected. So please, let's help change the world by changing our own minds.
Love is love.
Love is love, and it starts with you. So please, let's get some respect for everyone in this world. Please respect the differences. And now let's once again talk about Corinthians, because we got to come back to our regular schedule, and we have some arts coming in to show about that quick start that Corinthians had, the good start that Corinthians had, comparing with the other seasons that they were playing in LBFF.
Well noticed. And the question is, are they the favorite? Corinthians has his best start in Free Fire Brazilian League. And we got the standings actually, and Team Liquid is the one that got the best start in the history of Free Fire Brazilian League, but especially this season, Corinthians is dominating because, as we can see, in the first season of Free Fire Brazilian League, they only got the 79 kills in their first rounds, but it looks like they got better, not from last season, of course, but right now, look at the difference, Marcelo. Right now, 5 booyahs in their baggage, an amount of point of 338 and 137 kills. They surely did adapt themselves, fix their mistakes, and came very new and prepared for the season.
And Carol, it's important for us to point out that Corinthians have now the second best start in the history of LBFF, but the best start happened in Season 1 when Team Liquid
I said that.
but what I'm just contextualizing to say that it was another time for Free Fire in Brazil. The teams were not as developed as they are today. The competition was not as tough as it is today. So Corinthians has a feat as of right now in this season, right?
Yes, of course. And like Marcelo said, there is a new meta of game right now, and the players have adapted themselves, they have fixed their mistakes, and right now they are giving us quite a show with kills, and also not only about the kills and be the last survivor, but strategies around the maps, you know, where to position. We have noticed that the codes have replacing players when it comes to each one of the maps, if it is Purgatory, Bermuda, and Kalahari, and there is specific strategies in each map for all the teams.
And a team that was having a blast at the start of the season and now is on a slow pace is Los Grandes. They came from Serie B, they were making some noise at the beginning of the season, and now it's time for them to change, so stay tuned.
Salve família, aqui é o Mamute da Los Grandes.
Salve rapaziada, Rafa X aqui.
Nós ficamos na Série B, né? Nós não desanimou, eu e o Rafa continuamos no time, tá vendo? Treinando muito. Ainda bem que com o nosso esforço nós conseguimos subir pra Série A de volta e pode ter certeza que nós vamos ter um bom desempenho na Série A.
Será que ele vai trabalhar a granadinha, a criminosa por ali? Mamute, em contrapartida, trabalhou. Pegou bem, Mamute! Que fase, Vive!
Rapaziada, a gente manteve o mesmo estilo de treino da Série B, só que a gente voltou mais forte porque nós treinamos muito endgame. Então, pra Série A é muito endgame, muito final de save. Aí nós manteve o mesmo ritmo. Nós não esperávamos que ia acontecer essa pontuação boa, entendeu? Tipo, logo início de liga. A gente não imaginava isso, a gente se surpreendeu, entendeu? Nosso estilo de treino foi dobrado e tal, até chegar na Série A e surpreendeu logo no primeiro dia.
Mamute ali, ele falou, rádio otário. Eita, Mamute! Vai capitalizar a terceira, tá lá na mão dessa fera, tá voando, menino Mamute!
Vou mandar um abraço aqui pra torcida e um recado também. Espero que vocês apoiem nós, independente de tudo, nós vai estar dando o nosso melhor aí.
E é isso, rapaziada. Hashtag Burros. Tamo junto.
And that was Mamute and Rafa X, the two players that made the most noise for Los Grandes for the first rounds, and now they need to step up their games, right, Carol?
Well noticed, Marcelo. It is really important to have players that support each one, and Rafa X and Mamute have been done that gracefully. But also, I just want to give a shout out to Gus, who came all the way from Santos from last season, and Santos was actually one of the best teams from last season. They finished the classifications in the first place, and Gus for sure was a really good help. But right now it seems like they are struggling a little bit. They are having a hard time. They started the competition really good, but as the guys told us, we have nothing to worry about. This is just the beginning. We are in the half, getting to the half, but there is still a couple of time for Los Grandes to rise up and be back to at least top 5.
They can come back to the top 5 as Fluxo and Vivo KEYD, who started way too strongly, but I don't know if I'm seeing that right.
What is that?
Is that some radio signal coming in?
Is it?
Oh, yes, it is. The control tower is giving us the clearance to take off. Let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D1, heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Shall invite you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome so much to Purgatory map, and let's see what Corinthians, Santos before Fluxo, Vivo KEYD, Netshoes Miners, Los Grandes, FURIA, Team Codasolid, Metagame, Ping Game, and Team 1 have prepared here for us today, because one thing is for sure, the neighborhood of Brasilia, it's always crowded.
It's always crowded, and we already see Netshoes Miners and Metagaming taking their spots in Brasilia, a fight that we are getting used to see as well as Santos and before in Kalahari in the refinery, Carol. Lots and lots of maps in Bermuda having this fight between Netshoes Miners and Metagaming.
And actually, Metagame was the team that got the first blood here in Free Fire Brazilian League and was right there where they are against God during their rotation. But yes, well noticed about the confrontation between B4 and Santos, and the unusual happened. Maybe Santos and B4 they are having some kind of personal issues, most because the players that they are playing before right now, they belong to Santos last season, the past season, and maybe they are having some kind of trouble to forget about that.
And now a confrontation on the two sides of the table. Corinthians trying to get to the lead and Team 1 trying to leave the last place. But it seems that Corinthians started better that fight. Ousado got the first blood for the day on top of VN10. And Team 1 trying to escape the claws from Corinthians right there by the quarry, Carol.
And that's actually also unusual to see Team 1 against Corinthians, but Corinthians, they have changed their Purgatory favorite drop call a lot. They were having personal confrontations against Team Liquid on Saturday, and right now against Team 1.
And now Razor putting Bruno to the floor. Bruno 7 is on the ground, and Ousado is going to finish him off and get one more kill for Corinthians while he tries to spot the other Team 1 players. We see VTR trying to hide inside of the building in Quarry. The grenades are coming in from Zenak. Razor eliminates Bruno 7 and sends him back to the lobby. Team 1 with only 2 players in the smoke grenade opens the path for Zenak to try to engage into this fight and not fall for the trap. But the grenades coming in, VTR taking lots and lots of damages, but a nice headshot by Zenak takes Zenak back to the lobby. And now VTR with the Balbao trying to find some more casualties, but he is down on the ground and he will be eliminated as well. And the last player from Team 1 took off to try and keep his team alive, but a bad move by Corinthians, leaving Zenak to die in the hands of VTR, Carol.
And actually that was a great move for Team 1, and I would do exactly the same, because if I'm about to go back to the lobby, at least I will score 1 point for killing. And the strategy right now for Team 1, it is definitely to stay out of trouble, avoid, and probably Corinthians came for Team 1 because they are in the bottom, so they think maybe they are easy targets, and that's some kind of provocations that we like to watch.
Carol, could it be that they were on the place with the better loot because of the white the blue zone over there, and maybe they saw Team 1, we can take Team 1 on and take the best loots for ourselves? Could that be part of the decision?
Yes, it could, but as we have already talked on Saturday, favorite drop calls for Corinthians is in Mableworks, Campsite, and Lumber Mill, and there's no quarry here in our standings, in our list, you know, and probably they went for the both reasons. First, because it's the blue zone, best loot and equipment in the map, and second one, because they might have studied the call of Team 1 and find them a easy target, easy kills, and easy points.
And now we see the danger zone covering B4 and Metagaming. Metagaming that left Brasilia, left the center of Brasilia to get to the surroundings, but they need to go through B4 if they want to come back to the center of Brasilia, and that will now be some kind of problem for Metagaming because they need to get to Juan, and Juan is inside of the same house as Drax. We may engage into this confrontation. The players from before are not rotating. Juan is leaving the house and letting Metagame take the spot. Not fighting for this spot right now before team.
And this is one of the confrontations that we expected to happen. Right now, Metagaming is changing their rotation because they don't usually go to the upper side of Brasilia. They are always down there. And we see confrontations between Netshoes Miners and Metagaming, and then before appears in the scenario. But right now, maybe they decide themselves to relocate and try to score a few points against the B4 team.
And now we see the whole rotation from Team Codasolid, from Fluxo, and they might be taken by Los Grandes, who are on the top of the hill waiting for that rotation, and they might engage against Fluxo, but they might get engaged as well by Team Codasolid, Carol. That was a good choice for Los Grandes not to engage into this fight, right?
Yes, I'm actually very curious to know what is going to be the strategy of Los Grandes right now. They have definitely changed some kind of strategy because they started the season going so aggressive, scoring points for not avoiding any kind of battle. But in the situation they find themselves right now, it is important to score more points for position than to risk themselves to die in the early stages of the game.
Maybe to try and get their confidence back that they had at the beginning of the season, and it seems that they don't got it anymore, right?
Yes, and the opposite of Corinthians that decided to change their drop call in the map right now and go for Team 1, go to the any team that were heading to the blue zone, and that's because their confidence, like we said.
And now we may have a triple team fight happening at the end of the bridge because we have Santos waiting for Fluxo coming in from the bridge, and Corinthians with their usual spot in Purgatory by the houses near the river. They might be the last ones engaging, but now we see Autoboot using the grenades and putting 2 players from Fluxo down. One more grenade puts Ciaz back to the lobby, and Nobru is down on the floor. Now Fluxo has to fight, and Nobru is back on the lobby as well. They are being shot by Autoboot, and Fluxo is the first team back on the lobby. Nice fight by Santos, a safe fight for Santos using the grenades. Autoboot having an amazing job with the grenades and getting 2 kills. And then Rush and DuduFX Fon and DuduFX finishing the fight, Carol.
And I just want to give you guys a quickly update about the first bloods that we have here in Free Fire Brazilian League. And even though Rush from Santos didn't get any first blood right now, he is actually the winner to be the first, the guy with more first bloods this season.
We saw it yesterday, right?
Exactly, we saw that yesterday, and he is the player from Santos, and behind him it is Ousado, who is also on the run to be the MVP this season. So let's see if he is going to win not only the MVP but also the first blood guy.
And now we see the whole map. To see the whole picture for this map, we might have a confrontation between Los Grandes and Vivo KEYD by the north of the map. We see Metagaming performing their rotation as usual, getting away from Brasilia because probably they know that Brasilia won't be a good spot for them to fight, right, Carol?
And we are getting in the point where it is the time to get positions.
The time of my life.
And I never felt this way before, 'cause I said, is this true? And Los Grandes are trying to be staying alive. Okay, that was terrible, sorry.
That was a mashup. That was a mashup that went on with Carol. as of right now, but now we have Memgod trying to hit some shots against the B4 players, but they don't know that they might get sandwiched because Corinthians is right behind and BLGod getting the ghillie suit over there and getting some loot from the drop. He has the SKS as an option, but look at Gelo, who tried to fight BLGod face to face using the Baobao. He dealt lots and lots of damages, but now Ousado getting to the fight as well. And BLGod with only a few inches of life left, he will not be back to the lobby. And BLGod finished it off by blowing himself up with the grenade launcher. And we will have this fight going on between FURIA and Corinthians. Field puts Hazur to the ground, and he finishes off Hazur. Corinthians with only 2 players, but FURIA with 3 players might engage into this fight with some advantage. Memgod using a skin different for today, and now 1-9 with the usual Saitama skin that makes him the leader of our contest for the best skin in the season.
He's definitely still the leader, and I'm enjoying to watch him play with the Saitama. But what I'm enjoying is going to see if FURIA will take down Corinthians.
FURIA will take down Ousado. Ousado is on the floor. He will be eliminated by Memgod. And meanwhile, we have B4 going against Metagaming and on the open field. On the open field, the grenades are coming in, but B4 is rushing Lobato and Juan leading the rush for B4. And now using the submachine gun, Lobato puts the first player down, second player Juan, and Lobato making it rain. But Lost uses the grenade and puts 2 players down. 1 back to the lobby, 2 back to the lobby. He's trying to keep Metagaming alive, but Metagaming will not be alive anymore because Yago with the sniper rifle send them back, and the squad is wiped for Metagaming.
And Metagaming, it had a bad start right now, of course. They really need points, but I feel like who the guys are going to have a bad start is going to be FURIA, because the full squad of Netshoes Miners are attacking them.
They are being attacked by the both sides because we have Corinthians still on their feet with the last player remaining. Over there, it's Gelo, still alive, but Memgod taking a rain of shots, and he is down on the floor. Cebolinha puts him down. Natividade has information on 1-9 for FURIA. Over there, the remaining players from FURIA are all scouted by the Netshoes Miners team. Igezin trying to rotate to get closer to its team, and look at Nando 9. Look at Nando 9 getting to the middle of that fight, and Vivo KEYD joining this battlefield will go down to the grenade, and that guy gets the kill. Look at what Nando 9 is doing.
Yeah, that's a kind of a good strategy to not be spotted, but it cannot be like that.
Bushes don't walk. Let's talk
Right?
real here. Bushes
That's
don't
what
walk.
I thought.
And Gelo was spotted by Santos. Autoboot tried to get the shots on Gelo, and he will have the time to recover himself with some med kits, but Santos has the information that Corinthians has only 1 player remaining, and they might try to engage into this fight against Gelo. But Netshoes Miners are also getting in close to this fight before, with those 2 remaining players also trying to get to the center of this safe zone, Carol.
And I tell you what, if B4 didn't have a good start because they are down to 2 players, Santos got the full squad in the middle of the safe, so they have to defend their call right now.
They have to defend their call, and Iago had to defend his life, and he went to the floor to try and use some med kits to heal himself, but he is down because of Vitinho XP from Team Codasolid getting the kill and the point for Team Codasolid, and B4 is back on the lobby. And that's important, Carol, because that gives Corinthians some points.
Yeah.
Look at the shot from Vitinho! He finds Drizzy crawling up the floor and gets the first kill, and Fon using the AWM puts the first player from Team Los Grandes to the ground. But now he has to protect himself because Rush is coming in, and he finishes off Alpha X with the AWM.
And
nice play.
Yes, and they are already down to 5 kill points in the middle of the safe. And like I said, they have to defend their favorite drop call right now. But also, let's not forget that Los Grandes, Vivo KEYD, and Team Codasolid, the most closest teams right now in Netshoes Miners, also have the full squad. So
they have their full squad. The safe zone is closing in and helping Gelo to keep himself hidden in the houses of Marble Works.
yeah, there's no much safe right now besides where Gelo is.
He's only safe place to fight this fight for Corinthians. And now the grenades are coming in from Modestia, trying to hit Gezin inside the house, right by the edges of the safe zone. And three teams are engaging into this fight. It's Vivo KEYD, it's Netshoes Miners, and FURIA. While we have the fight from Santos against Los Grandes, BL trying to rush the whole Santos squad, and he's taking lots and lots of shots. Mamute using the ice barrier to keep himself alive, while we have Autoboot trying to find the shots. He's really close to Autoboot, BL on the floor, and Gus trying to help the whole squad from Los Grandes. He puts the first player down from Santos, but FURIA is back on the lobby. Utrain getting the kill, and Atividade engaging into the fight against Vivo KEYD. Santos and Los Grandes, Vivo KEYD and Netshoes Miners going for the fight. The grenade launcher working for Vivo KEYD, but Cebolinha and Utrain finally get the kill, and Vivo KEYD is back on the lobby. Los Grandes also back on the lobby. Another nice fight by Santos, getting 7 kills. And we are seeing a different team from Santos in those last rounds. Train gets to the floor. Dudu FFX once again with the nice aim, with the nice shot, putting him down. And we have Kaique eliminating Peck with the AWM. We have Team Codasolid going against Pain Gaming, and 2 players from Codasolid down with the grenades, and they might go back to the lobby with the nice usage of utility from Pain Gaming, and the safe zone closing in into the players from Codasolid. Kaique gets the first kill. Autobot steals the kill against Pão. Pão was on the ground and the kill was stolen, and now Stick trying to hold on to Quali, but a headshot from Vitinho eliminates and sends the last Pain Gaming player to the lobby. 5 teams remaining with only 4, now 4 teams remaining with 8 players. So the teams are pretty banged up and they need to study. Cebolinha gets eliminated, and Corinthians still alive on the top 3, Carol. Nice work by Gelo, and now he fights probably the last fight for him, and he gets out the butt to the ground, and he gets 1 more kill. Now Santos, Pain Gaming are both trying to trample Gelo. Nice shot with the grenade launcher, the pocket grenade launcher by Gelo, almost killing 2 players from Santos. And now Hick coming in, and Hick eliminates Gelo finally. And the final fight will happen between Pain Gaming and Santos, 2 players aside. The safe zone is closing in. Santos will have to leave the protection, and Hick is trying to get the shots over there, but Fon puts Leal to the ground. Hick will have to play alone, will have to play by himself, and it's Booyah Santos! They were the top killers in this match. They had highlight after highlight, and they deserved this booyah. Santos Real scoring the first booyah for the day, Carol.
The Fish guys got their first booyah of today matches, and actually their 30 booyah in Purgatory map. They got already 1 in Kalahari, and now an amount of 4 booyahs. Well done. They precisely played, and that was very good. But also very good for Pain Gaming that managed to start the day also be in the 2nd place. We saw that work for INTZ yesterday as well, and the consistency of the game of Corinthians. But well done for Santos that got their first booyah. For Fun, Rush, PH, Auto, but not Maellen. We won Maellen.
We won Maellen.
Lucky God and Dudu FX, Marcelo.
Nice job by Santos. And agora quem dá bala é o Santos.
Marcelo, let me dedicate this booyah to my dad, because he's a huge fan of Santos. Dad, this one is for you. Go, Santos.
Santos, Santos, go! That's how the chance for Santos start. And it was nice to see such an aggressive play by Santos paying off in this map. 22 points for them, and Corinthians taking the lead. The 13 points put Corinthians on the lead for this season.
Yeah, there was not much points behind of Esports. Yesterday, they didn't have a big day, which was the opportunity for them to enjoy the day and get more points there against Corinthians, because right now that was just the first fight, and Corinthians got more than enough points to go back to the leadership. But talking about leadership, Santos got to be the leader for this first match, and also Autoboot was the MVP with 4 kills in his baggage.
And Carol, Santos was one of the teams that were chasing the top 5. They might have gotten to it because 22 points are not just a little bit of points, right?
Yes, of course. We saw that in the game of Loud that yesterday with 22 points or 23 points, they also they got their chance to climb even more in our table. But what the team who's not got the chance right now was Fluxo team that went back to the lobby in the last position with 0 points. And even though Metagame also went to the position that you don't scare any points, they also got 2 points for killing.
And we had some teams playing a nice game that happened with Santos. Of course, we had Pain Gaming taking it to the end of the round. We had Los Grandes engaging into fights but being dominated by Santos over there. The aggressive play from Santos holding up their spot was something that we were used to see by Corinthians, right?
Exactly. And that was very nice because they can learn from each other, and I feel like Corinthians, they have a very good head over them, that I would say it is their coach, and they know the right time to rush and to wait, like Gelo did. He saw the opportunity between himself and the Santos team, but he couldn't count that Pain Game was right behind them, Marcelo.
But let's check out our standings, because we need to see how they were changed by this last match. Corinthians getting to the top of the rankings once again with 351 points, and Santos getting to the top 4, surpassing INTZ in number of kills. They have the same number of booyahs, and they got ahead because they have 5 kills more than INTZ, 2 teams that started the season poorly but are now fighting for the top 4. Before, still in the 7th place, Fluxo didn't lose any positions because Vivo KEYD also didn't have such a good match, but Netshoes Miners closing in the gap. This second block of teams between B4 and I want to say Metagaming, is way too close, Carol.
Yes, they are way too close, and we already saw that.
Not Metagaming, Pain Gaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Pain Game reached the mark of 200 points. That's well noticed. But because of this numbers difference that is so little, they can also get into B4 points. As much as I would say that Santos can, in 5 more matches, can get very close or even pass over to steal the place of Loud today. But Marcelo, I don't know if you remember, where was Los Grandes? Because I think they finished in the 4th place, if I'm not mistaken, but I couldn't see anything from them.
They got only 6 points for this match because they ain't got no kills. So they took on the same position in the 11th place.
Yeah.
And it seems like they are closer to Vivo KEYD as of right now, but still keeping themselves inside the top 12 is apparently their goal. Nice play by Team Codasolid, closing in the distance against FURIA and leaving God Unidas and Team Liquid behind. Team Liquid who may end up the day in the relegation zone, right?
Yes, very sad for them. And like you said, the goal around here, it is to be inside of the top 12, Marcelo.
So we still have 5 more maps for you guys to watch, and we will have to hydrate, to prepare our throats in just 1 minute, and we will be back. God puts Gus on the floor, but Rafa X, he's been a crazy man on the grenades. He puts the whole team from FURIA out. Go B for Rafa X. We are back live for more Brazilian Free Fire League Season 5. The LBFF 5 is on its way. And Carol, we still have lots and lots of actions to come in, right?
Lots and lots of actions to come in for sure. And we are going directly to Kalahari. And the action that I'm most expected to watch, it is against B4 and Santos. Because we know that these guys have their favorite, it is tea time for them. They like to meet, they like to talk and to kill themselves. So let's see today who is going to be the luckiest team, Marcelo, to get that.
We still ain't got no clearance to take off, but Santos and B4 are the highlights for Kalahari map, because they always face each other, and some teams might try to surround the refinery to get some spoils of war over there, right, Carol?
Yes, of course, because if I were one of those teams, I would be right in the corner, not only to steal kills, but to try to get... Because, okay, B4 against Santos, not only kills, but damage. And once you get the damage, it is the right perfect time for you to get a kill. So come on, I would go straight for refinery as well and get the kills, Marcelo.
And now we have it. We have it, Carol. We have clearance to take off, so let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is our Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invite you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kalahari, and there we
go! The fight is on for B4 and Santos. They almost got no weapons over there, and the players with some weapons are trying to fight, but with hands. Autobot playing box. He is Hockey Balboa right now. Two players down, punching the faces of their opponents. Autobot puts two players to the ground, but Lobato finishes off and sends the rush back to the lobby. It was the first blood for the match. Dudu FFX trying to keep himself alive, and R7 is on the floor, and look at what Autobot did! Rocky Balboa! Dun 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 dun. Parada! 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 And before is back to lobby. Autobot Balboa. Oh my God, Autobot. Carol, we started this match with Santos with 4 kills, taking the refinery with only 1 casualty and 2 nice punches from Autobot.
And I tell you what, we got the characters showing up here in the Santos players, and I think when it comes to Kalahari, they change all the way from the punch guy, the punch character, because they know if they cannot find a gun, they will go straight, and all of them got the ability to punch. I forgot the name of the character, but I will bring that to you guys. But you guys know that when it comes to the beginning of the drop, it is wise to have that, because in case you don't find a gun, you have your hands to
You had
fight.
your fist. The fist of power. And Saitama was the one who you were trying to find out. The One Punch Man. The One Punch Man for wasn't it the One Punch Man?
No. It's the specifically one in Free Fire.
Because Saitama, the skin that 19 uses in FURIA team, is the One Punch Man. He kills all enemies.
It is. He's the
just
punch man.
One Punch Man. It's Saitama, the One Punch Man. And now we have Metagaming and Corinthians facing off, and Corinthians taking that spot on top of the antenna, Carol, a spot that we've seen a few teams exchange that place over there, and Hazuri is down to the floor with the grenades by Metagaming.
And I was trying to... Oh, Marcelo.
But look at Ousado flanking Metagaming and sending Drax back to the lobby. Maybe they will send back, and he is sent back to the lobby indeed. But now Corinthians is fighting Metagaming, lost, using the submachine guns to send 2 players from Corinthians back to the lobby. Nice play now by Lost. Ousado still alive, and Gelo covering up for him to leave the place. And sending some shots towards Metagaming. Nice play by Metagaming right now, taking that spot from Corinthians, Carol.
And I was trying to remember about the Kla. How could I forget about Kla? And Kla, he is the character of a Muay Thai practitioner.
That one, I didn't know. He's a practitioner from Muay Thai.
Practitioner from Muay Thai, yes. And that's why Santos comes equipped with Kla, because he can use his hand and with one punch take down your enemy.
Kla and Saitama, two skins.
Saitama. What a combo.
Oh, look at Pão taking VNTM from behind and getting the kill. And putting the whole team from Team 1 on alert because Pão is behind enemy lines. Was it a good cooked bread? or a good baked bread?
It was definitely a good baked bread and quali. They are
and look at Pão putting Bruno to the floor, and VTR had to take off. Bruno will be back to the lobby, and it seems like Team 1 is once again taking lots of damage to its score right at the beginning of the game, as they did on the first map against Corinthians.
And Pão, I know that we just joke around about that, but I'm really hungry right now.
I'm hungry as
heck,
as a crazy man who needs food.
And Team 1 once again a really bad start. If it's not for one of the players that is still alive and silently, they are not going back with 0 points. But it's going to be very hard to manage to be alive until the late stage of the game, because it's only 6 minutes past in our clock, and there's still a lot of things to happen. We are only in the second safe zone, and Corinthians is already down to 2 players.
Corinthians already down to 2 players. They once again go for the antenna to try and protect themselves using the higher ground. They had that position and they left there to engage into this fight against Metagaming, and they lost the fight. So that might not have been the best choice by Corinthians, right, Carol?
And Marcelo, we are keep talking about the same teams. But truly, I want to know where it is Fluxo, Vivo KEYD, Los Grandes, the teams from Group A that should represent in here today, because we haven't seen much action from them since the very first week of Free Fire. Brazilian League, of course.
And now we have the teams studying themselves in the moment that the game calms down a little bit. We had lots of actions in the start of this game, right, Carol?
A low start, and that surprised me is because Kalahari got the first bloods more quickly during their rotations, especially because it is a very open, wild map with a lot of high grounds. So the players, they get very bold about that and come for the kills. Definitely with their sniper guns or mano-a-mano fights with a vector.
And in this season, with the grenades, right?
Ooh, the grenades is definitely a new meta in here, is a new goal in here Free Fire Brazilian League. The players have to adapt themselves to this new meta because things are getting serious. But what is serious right now, it is if Team Codasolid, Vivo KEYD, Corinthians Metagame, and Los Grandes will get inside of the safe zone because it already shrink, Marcelo.
It's already shrinking, and the refinery is showing up as a good place for them to try and take from Santos right now. Santos, who has 3 players remaining, but look at Netshoes Miners playing the safest of the safe games, as we see Corinthians and Metagaming still fighting near the antenna, and they need to move, they need to rotate, because that spot will be outside of the safe zone, Carol.
Will be outside of the safe zone, and once the gas come, they will have a fight that we don't like to watch. I prefer when the guys kill each other when they are not having troubles with the gas. But what is having trouble right now is FURIA against Fluxo.
Fluxo trying to get the rotation from FURIA, trying to stop that rotation, but FURIA used the negative to get to the refinery, and they might get into confrontations against Santos. Once again, we remind you, Santos is still on the refinery since the beginning of the game, since the Aldo but Balboa moment.
And Santos is still in the refinery, like you said, and they got one of the best positions in Kalahari map because of the high ground, and that helps them a lot, and that's why they keep fighting over with B4. But I want to see what it's going to be the strategy of FURIA, because honestly I think FURIA is one of the best teams in Kalahari. They already have proved that to us, and they got the best strategy, but not right now.
Cias putting Memgard to the floor, but BL God putting Cias to the floor, bringing it back, exchanging the kills, and now Santos might get into this fight. Dudu trying to get some loot from the drop he got over there. He called up for the drop over there, and Fon also getting the drop he called for.
And FURIA is in a sandwich right now, right?
FURIA is in a
So they have to worry about both sides of them, as much Los Grandes should worry about when it comes for Team Codasolid, because even though they came from Serie B, they are very hungry for the kill.
They are hungry for the kills, and Los Grandes needs a better result for them to restart their climbing on the top of the rankings. And Mamute is on the floor. Team Codasolid starting the fight pretty damn hard, and now Rafa X also on the floor. BL trying to help Mamute over there, but it may be a nice bait by Team Codasolid, now trying to engage into this fight against BL and Mamute, and they are both on the floor. Mamute is back on the lobby, quietly gets the kill on BL. And now the Ice Barrier is coming in to try and save a look at Gus! 2 grenade kills by Gus on Quali and back, but Vijin was there to save the day for Team Codasolid. And they already got 7 kills, Carol.
And Team Codasolid with the newcomers are giving us the best results against also Los Grandes. They got experienced guys here.
Now we see the fight going on between Vivo KEYD and FURIA. 2 players down. 1 player down by Vivo KEYD, one by FURIA. A nice shot taking Modestia's head off. And that guy is down and out of the... He's only down right now. No, he's out of the game already. Vivo KEYD with only 3 players remaining, and Nando9 trying to engage into this fight with their teammates. But Santos also getting into this fight against FURIA, putting Memgard to the floor. And now they see the players from Vivo KEYD trying to come in, trying to engage into this fight as well. And Dudu FFX with a nice placement puts Memgard to the floor and back to the lobby. 1 more kill for Santos, 5 kills for them in this match. They scored 22 points in the last map, and they already secured at least 6 points, 5 by kills and 1 if they got to the 10th place. So they have at least 6 points.
Yes, the thing about when you get a booyah is to keep a solid game in the next matches, because you need to keep also scoring. And I feel like when you miss the other game, it's like you didn't get the booyah because you can't keep scoring.
And now Metagaming is wiped out by Pain Gaming. Stick got the kill, and it seems that Ousado did an amazing job, did a number on Metagaming. He got 3 kills over there, and the last player from Metagaming was wiped out by Pain Gaming. Pain, who seems to be having a better day today, at least a better start of day than what they have. But Nando9 is on the floor. Nice job by Fon, finishing off 1 more player and getting 1 more point for Santos. But the fight is going on inside the house. Field puts General to the floor. Vivo KEYD trying to fight, but the advantage is all FURIA's. And now they get the kill, they get the points. He finishes off, Field finishes off General. And now only 9 teams remaining, but 25 players remaining. It seems like lots of teams are down to just a few players, but now Fon is put down by Ousado once again. Ousado, who already got a triple kill for this match, and Vivo KEYD is down and out. Field doing an amazing job and killing Modestia as well. 2 kills for him in this fight. But now Ousado gets the quadra kill, and Santos is still engaging into this fight from afar. And BLGOT is down to the safe zone. Team 1 also gets wiped out by Netshoes Miners. Corinthians finally down, Stick get the kill. And Pen Gaming scoring one more point, but nice job by Ousado keeping himself alive. Santos now wiped out by Fluxo. Fak gets the kill. And Fluxo with 2 kills getting to the top 4. A result they needed so badly. Since week 3, since week 2, they ain't having such good days. And maybe this is a sign that Fluxo is coming for a better day in this Monday of Free Fire. Kaique trying to find the shots on Cebolinha. He rotates through the gaps on the refinery, but the grenades coming in by Natividade. Natividade who has been doing an amazing job with the grenades for the whole season. Trying to find the kills on Leal over there. Once again, the grenades coming in, but the ice barrier helps the player from Pen Gaming to get out of there, and he puts he puts Quali down with a nice shot with the grenade launcher. Now the players from Pen Gaming with a better positioning, but they will have to defend all their sides because there are 3 teams trying to come up and take that spot from them, and they will have to come down actually because the safe zone will not help them.
Who got the best position right now? It is Fluxo team, who have also the opportunity to score points for killing.
They have the opportunity to score some points for killing. Team Codasolid trying to engage against Netshoes Miners, back on the middle of all players from Netshoes, and he at least puts down Otrem, but he gets sent back to the lobby. MV the last player from Team Codasolid, is under the refinery, and he's getting the quadra kill on a nice day from VT. He was one of the best players from last map, but look at Pain eliminating the whole Netshoes Miners team. And now 3 teams remaining. Pain Gaming is all wiped out by Nobru with the grenade. VT is sent back to the lobby, so it's Booyah! Fluxo! A nice game by last year champions. Fluxo finally finding the best game. Fighting the good fight, choosing the moments to come in. The grenades from Nobu doing an amazing job. And Fluxo finally gets back to the top of the rankings for this map, Carol.
Well done, and that's actually the second Booyah of Fluxo this season, and the second one in Kalahari, and they haven't been getting any Booyah since the first week of this season. And last season they won, Marcelo, because of the Booyah's difference, because of the tie break. So right now maybe they will have some kind of troubles to keep it up with the Booyah. But I feel like even though they got the Booyah, also Team 1 got a Booyah because they finished this round with the same amount of points like we are going to see right now. 17 and 7. Sorry, yeah, I meant Team Codasolid. My bad.
I understand. But look at Pen Gaming and Santos also with 13 points. Corinthians scoring 9 points, steadily scoring points and keeping themselves constantly on the top of the rankings. Netshoes Miners with nice 9 points. They might get to B4. They were close to B4, and they might get to B4 in the 7th position. We see Los Grandes not scoring many points. We see Vivo KEYD not scoring many points. Only 1 point for Los Grandes, 1 point for B4, 2 for Vivo KEYD. Metagaming, who desperately needs points since they lost 16 points for a penalty with the usage of banned skins. Now they need desperately to score some points, and also Team 1 needing to score some points.
And who is probably desperately here today? It is B4 team, who had one of their best days on Saturday. And actually, right now, probably Santos already passed them over because with the points difference from yesterday, they went down and they are not in the top 4 anymore. But well done for Team Codasolid, who also to manage to be there in the late stages of the game and get the same amount of points of Fluxo team, of course. But I just wanted to point it out about Santos. Like I said, once you get the Booyah, it is extremely important for you to keep a solid game so you can score points in the table, of course.
35 points for them in those 2 maps.
And talking about points, Marcelo, I just wanted to bring you guys the information. If you remember that Loud have reached the mark of 1,000 kills this season. I mean, in the history of Free Fire Brazilian League, Team Liquid, it's 1 kill away. They are not playing today, but they are 1 kill away. And actually, FURIA team is also on the run to reach the top of 1,000 kills. They are with 882 points. So today,
I mean,
maybe
982, right?
I said what? 800? Sorry. 982 points. There's only 18 points for them to get in the match of 1,000 kills.
And we are talking about points and points and points. Let's see the standings for us to understand what those points are causing in our standings. Corinthians opening a 10-point gap from of distance from SS Esports. Santos climbing up the rankings, getting to the 300 points now. Going after Loud, Fluxo recovering their 7th place from before, and Netshoes Miners getting close to the 8th place from before. Team Codasolid getting to the top 12, an important map for Team Codasolid right now because it puts them into the top 12 that we were talking about. Takes off FURIA and puts Los Grandes near getting out of there because Pen Gaming is having a good day and is coming up the ranks, Carol.
And like you just said, I just want to point it out again about Team Codasolid that managed to go 2 houses up, and it is on the front of FURIA and Los Grandes. Well done. And what is going on with Team 1, guys?
It seems like they ain't playing for the season. They are trying to engage into some fights they don't need to.
Yeah, and not even 200 points.
Not even
They are
200 points.
so down below the other teams.
Only 64 kills.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very bad results for them, even though they already got the booyah. In the other hand, Team Liquid didn't get the booyah, but they are inside of the mark of 200 points. But it is such a shame for Team 1 that stands in the relegation zone right now.
And it seems that Team 1 will finish the day for today inside of the relegation zone, but it seems that Team Liquid will also finish into the relegation zone because Metagaming closed the gap to only 7 points. We imagine that Metagaming in 4 maps can score more than 7 points. It's pretty imaginable and pretty real for that to happen. So we might end up the day with Team Liquid and Team 1, 2 traditional esports organizations, finishing off the day into the relegation zone, Carol.
And there is a different scenario over here. Nitroxx Top10 and Team Codasolid, they also came from the 2nd division of Free Fire Brazilian League. And last season, Metagame and Team 1 were the teams that came to the Serie A of Free Fire. And to see the opposite sides of this show us that it is kind of hard, this game, right? But nothing is important. So Nitroxx Top10 and Team Codasolid are giving us a lesson, but Metagame and Team 1 are having also a hard time.
And they need to improve, but what also needs to improve is our throat health. So let's hydrate and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live, and I'm hearing something in my ear. I couldn't even shout that we are back live because we're cleared to take off. Let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and my son, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invite you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time. It's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our most loved map in Bermuda, and right now we have our first fight.
Team 1 once again engaging into a fight to begin the map. NBL is the first player on the ground. Los Grandes trying to take the place from Team 1, and now Drizzy gets the kill on Gus and gets the kill on BL. The first blood is BL. Maybe Team 1 getting to a nice fight right now, and Mamute trying to run away from VTR. He is well weaponed, but Mamute is prepared for the drop. Drizzy with the kill on Gus. Maybe it's time for Team 1 to wake up in the season. Mamute taking off. They were trying once again to fight for the best loot, and it seems that finally Team 1 got the best of a team fight, Carol.
And finally, it was a great opportunity for Team 1
Finally!
to wake up and come back to be the Team 1 that we know they are. Very nice guys that played very beautifully last season, and right now they are having a kind of a hard time. But with this kills over Los Grandes, also need to score more points to come back for the action. They are getting a great start here in Bermuda, and I was actually about to say that the best teams they're playing today in Bermuda map, it is Metagame, Vivo KEYD, B4, even Los Grandes. So let's see if these guys can bring us some kind of good game here today, because we already start watching these from Team 1, the team that is in the bottom of our table.
The bottom of our table that is getting a little messy.
A little bit of Monica in my life,
a little bit of America by my side, a little bit of Rena's what I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica and I am, a little bit of you makes me a man. I love Mambo number 5.
I love to hear you singing, because you bring us such a light, Marcelo. Thank you. Please don't sing anymore. Anyways, let's go back to Bermuda map, where FURIA is not having hard time because Team Liquid and Loud are not playing today, and they are not.
But it was you who started singing.
Was me? It's because you always say that I bring you such a trigger that right now you bring me triggers for the songs.
You were the one who started singing. So I should be the one complaining about the singing.
You got me. That's true, Marcelo.
Seems like the tables have turned.
The tables have turned. I bow down to you, Marcelo.
And now we have Santos and before they just love each other. There's no explanation.
Yeah, and you're watching right now with your eyes that Santos came for before here.
Now Santos came for before, and Dudu is getting shot over there by Iago, flanking the whole Santos squad, but Rush is coming up and dealing lots and lots of damages to Iago. He has only a few inches of life left, and he is running for his life. Fawn is well positioned by the house, trying to find the sniper rifle better suited for this fight. And Santos trying to flank before, once again, those teams getting into the way of each other, right, Carol?
Yeah, the question is right now, if is before will stay or they will go, Marcelo, because right now they have...
You want to trigger me. You're now trying to trigger me. I will not fight. I will not fall for the trick, Carol.
I just look at you like...
Should I stay or should I? I will not fall for that.
But what is
look,
falling? It's before!
R7 is falling for that. Falling from the grenade by Dudu FFX. And he's now trying to engage into this fight inside of the house. Lobato puts Fawn to the ground and eliminates Fawn. Santos now with a bad start because of a nice placement by before inside of the house. Autobot trying to find the kills. Juan is on the floor, but Lobato with a double player takedown. And now R7 also on the floor. Only Rush remaining for Santos, and Lobato gets the triple kill. Amazing job by Lobato, and before sends Santos to the back of the lobby once again. And the first time Santos scoring only 1 point for the day, Carol.
And actually, I already saw that a couple of times before also win some battles against Santos. That's why it's such a time of waste between of them. Because I will not risk my points in the early stages of the game. Santos got a lot of confidence coming for before right now.
They didn't need to engage into this fight, but a fight that might be on its way to engage is between Vivo KEYD and Metagaming. And now the danger zone forcing Vivo KEYD to reposition themselves to rotate, but they see FURIA also trying to get to this fight, Carol.
And what is also on the run from the MVP, it is the danger zone that is coming right now for Vivo KEYD and FURIA team. And probably FURIA will get some cover inside of the school of peak, but it seems like now that when the teams comes to get in all the same place, it looks like there is the final safe zones.
The final safe zones might indeed go to that region, Carol, because as you pointed out, 4 teams already taking places, taking spots over there, and Metagaming and FURIA very well positioned near the top of the peak.
And we got teams in this map that have the best of the, even in the first place they got the best points in Bermuda, like Metagaming. And we have watched a great action from Metagaming. Maybe this is the time for them to get more points, but I just wanted to talk about a little bit the amount of points in one single round. And I want to give a big shout out to Pen Game, because in round 2, the first match, they got the biggest points, 29 points, and they are playing today. They had a great start in Purgatory map, being the second place. So let's see if they can manage to have a great day here today, because also they are very close of the relegation zone.
And they are trying to leave the relegation zone, and with a nice result, they can get to the qualification.
Yeah, the qualification.
Zone. They are in 14th place right now, and they can get to the 12th place, taking the spot from Los Grandes, who are not having a nice day once again, Carol.
Yes, once again they are not having a good day. We don't know for sure what happened, but maybe Team 1 will pursue them, will come for them, because maybe they already have the information that Team 1 is down to 2. Obviously, because they were the ones who took away 2 of their players, and I don't think they are tired. They can't get enough of the kills against Los Grandes, because as go the same when Corinthians came for them in the Purgatory map. They was easy targets for Corinthians, and maybe right now Los Grandes could be an easy target for them.
And we are not talking about Corinthians in this map. Maybe they went back to their original hold door strategy, playing by the edges of the safe zone, playing by the motto of holding their own ground. And we are not seeing what we've saw in the 2 past maps, that they were trying to engage into some fights that they didn't need to, and that cost them a lot, right, Carol?
Yes, and actually, it's good for you to talk about that, because there we go. They are killing Pen Gaming.
They are killing Pen Gaming right now. They are.
And I want to kill a mosquito here.
There's a mosquito here. I'm gonna kill a mosquito. And now Pen Gaming getting the fight on with Corinthians. He trying to counter the ice barriers, and Gelo doing a great job holding them up, but now Gelo is on the floor. Ousado gets the kill on the stick, but he brings it back, putting Zenak to the floor, and Kaique finds the head of Ousado. Now Corinthians on a bad spot, and Pen Gaming trying the fight and having the best of Corinthians in this fight. Azur uses the shotgun Bao and puts the whole team from Pen Gaming to the floor, but look at EGZ wiping out Corinthians with the shot on Gelo. Netshoes Miners sending the leaders back to the lobby in the 10th place, Carol.
And looks like Corinthians, even though they try to do the game where they were very silently, always on the edge. Right now, that was not a good start for them, and not for Pin Gaming, which I think I were the keys of that for them, because I said they had one of the best rounds here in Free Fire Brazilian League, and I was betting on them to have that. But things here start to be very differently. We already got a Booyah from Santos, Fluxo team that didn't have got a Booyah since the first week.
Since day one.
Since the day one. And right now, they are back in the game, looks like.
And now Team 1 surviving a little bit more. With 4 players remaining, surviving a little bit more. Maybe trying to get some kills. And Los Grandes, the team that lost the first fight to Team 1, also trying to survive over there and get to the shops to maybe buy some more grenades, to maybe buy some weaponry. But it seems like they are not going for the market, they are going for Codasolid.
Codasolid, which is also on the edges of the safe zone, and we are probably gonna see where the game will go to the late states, because the safe zone is shrinking, and I like to see who got the best position, because okay, it doesn't mean if you have the best position you're gonna win, but it will show us who got the best ability to stay alive and be the last survivor. But in the middle right now, we already see Netshoes Miners, Vivo KEYD, Metagame, FURIA. We already have, we saw that about Vivo KEYD, Metagame, and FURIA, but also Team Codasolid and Team 1 that is around the corner.
And now all the teams centered near the peak, then that's where the safe zone is gonna close. Netshoes Miners inside of the danger zone, and Los Grandes will have to rotate from Codasolid to that war zone that is forming on the top of peak. Carol, we see Team 1, Vivo KEYD, FURIA, all teams are inside of peak. Carol, that will become a bafafá.
There will definitely come a bafafá. My friend and pilot here, Marcelo, he's a Maria Fifi, and he likes to watch the bafafá. And
I love bafafá.
And yeah, this is going to be a carnival where anything happens and we cannot keep a track, because it passed almost 15 minutes in our map and we still are down to 9 teams, most of them with a full squad except for Los Grandes. And it's going to be, like I said, it doesn't mean if you have it doesn't mean that you are the best if you have the best position. What means is, can you survive in the best position once all the teams will come for you?
Of course they will. You have a target on your back when you get the best position. And now Japa BKR trying to find the target on that God's head. As of right now, from behind, from below, trying to find the head of that god, and Fluxo will not engage into this fight. it seems like they will rotate, and it's wise for them not to engage into this fight, right, Carol?
Especially because they are down to 3, and they got the number disadvantage, and also they are outside of the safe zone. So if they come for Fluxo right now, they also have to manage to come for Vivo KEYD, and it's not going to be a easy battle.
It's not gonna be an easy battle, and they have to climb up the hills and taking grenades on their way. For that, Japa BKR is left behind, and he may be trampled by the B4 team that is coming from behind. CS gets to the ground, and Japa BKR also goes to the ground. That guy trying to find the kills, and he gets the shot on Lobato that was coming from below, and look at the shot by Nando 9. Los Grandes and Fluxo back to the ground. Now FURIA engaging into the fight against Team Codasolid, Vivo KEYD against B4. And the quadra kill from Iago coming in. The teams are getting closer and closer to each other. IGZin finds Drax, and now the FURIA team is surrounded by teams over there, while Team Codasolid gets the kills on 2 players from FURIA, on Only Man God and Field remaining. Natividade gets the kill on B7. Vitin trying to run over the whole FURIA team, but Pack is sent to the ground by Field, and he may get this point for FURIA. But look at what Quali did to field! Sending FURIA back to the lobby. And wait for me in purgatory, my friend. Now we have Modestia and Netshoes Miners. Modestia fighting for Vivo KEYD against the Netshoes Miners team. We have Team 1 still remaining alive into the top 5. Nice play by Team 1, and they send that guy to the ground. And we will fight Vivo KEYD a 4 against 3. They will fight against Vivo KEYD in advantage, the 4 against 3, but General trying to get to use the ice. And look at Nando 9 using the ghillie suit. Look at Nando 9 using the ghillie suit once again. And now it seems like he's undercover. Indeed, no, he's not undercover. He was spotted by Drizzy with the grenade. VTR is back to the lobby because of the safe zone. But now Modestia trying to find the hits on Quali. Quali puts Gimons back to the floor. Dead God puts Drizzy back on the floor. Drax gets the headshot on Train. Kawe finds back, and we see EGZin trying to spot the players from Metagaming. The fight is going on. The fight is tough for the teams on the top of the peak right now. They have to defend every place they can.
In that out open, Marcelo.
Out in the open indeed. And now we see Kawe finding Vitinho and sending him to the ground. One more kill for Kawe, 2 kills for Kawe, and he tries to find Pão. 3 kills for Kawe against Pack. And now Lost got one of those kills. But now we have Netshoes Miners coming from below and having to fight Metagaming over there. Modestia gets a kill on Bruno. Gimons put VN10 to the ground. And Bruno 17-1 gets wiped out by Metagaming. Nice game by Metagaming. Vivo KEYD also sent to the ground, and now it's a 4v4. Netshoes Miners against Metagaming. The grenades coming in and Natividade taking lots of damage. But they are still trying to pressure the whole Metagaming squad, who gets the center of the safe zone. They have the advantage, and they are now trying to rush the whole Netshoes Miners team. The grenade comes in and Natividade puts 2 players to the ground. Natividade, go B for you, my man. And now EGZin coming with the sniper. Kawe gets the shot on Natividade and puts him back to the floor. But he's the last man surviving. Wow. And the booyah goes to the Netshoes Miners. What a game by Natividade once again, Carol.
Wow, Netshoes Miners with this booyah was a breathtaking for sure. They actually were always behind of each team. They came for Vivo KEYD. They came also for a meta game right now in the late stages of the game, and they surely did their best gaming, because I wasn't expecting from that. And right now with 10 kills, they get an amount of point of 22. But Marcelo, we talk about the teams that got the best of the best results in Bermuda map, and Metagaming was there.
Metagaming was there. They have a nice play inside of Bermuda, and it seems like they already put Team Liquid on the relegation zone. Carol, we talked about it for the 2 maps, and it seems like Metagaming got away of the relegation zone. As we see, they got 14 points. Vivo KEYD getting 12 points. Team Codasolid still playing a solid day with the forgiveness of the joke. Playing a safe day, a solid day today. As we didn't see Santos play in this Bermuda map, they got they were the first team wiped out by B4, who gets 10 points, mostly because of that elimination. And finally, Team 1 scoring 9 points.
And also B4, they didn't have a good start today, but right now, once again, we are seeing them among the top 5. And like you said, finally, Team 1. And let's see, by the end of the day, if at least they reach the top of 200 points, because these guys over here already got more booyahs and points than Team 1 by itself.
They already got more points, and once again, we've seen Los Grandes not getting that much points as we were trying to say. But Pen Gaming did not score that much points as well. They scored only 1 point. Corinthians with a bad match for this Bermuda map with only 5 points, engaging into fights they didn't need to once again against Pen Gaming, and then getting wiped out by Netshoes Miners, the team that got the booyah, right?
And Santos, who got the first booyah today, are down to the bottom in this last match with only 1 point. Why? Because they decided to come for before. And the thing is, it is good to have confidence, but you should not doubt of the other team's confidence. You know, before.
And the positioning.
Yeah, and the position. So before knows the game, and they are also ready for Santos. They are having a hard time in Kalahari, but Santos once again came for before in Clock Tower.
They didn't need to try and take that spot because that was even far away from the safe zone. They didn't need to fight for that spot, which would not be any close to the peak over there. And then we had B4 scoring good points, maybe closing the gap against Fluxo, who surpassed them on the last map, maybe getting the 7th position back. We have to see in our schedules that are coming up for you guys to check this out. What changed with this third map of the day? Corinthians is still on the lead. Netshoes Miners surpassing Fluxo and B4 to the 7th place, and in conditions to in 1 or 2 more maps getting to the top 5.
Exactly.
FURIA getting back to the top 12, kicking Los Grandes out of the top 12, and look at Metagaming, leaving the 17th place and getting to the 14th place.
Well
what
done.
a map can do in this moment in this season, right? We have too many teams stuck together in between 300 and 230 points.
Like you said, the points are very close of each other. So Metagaming and Team Liquid right now, they are only 7 points difference in the 30 match of today, of course. So there is still time for Team Liquid and God Unidas to keep it up with the game as much as Metagaming is doing right now, because their meta right now, for sure, their goal it is to go to the top 12, and I got the feeling they are playing an excellent game in comparison with Los Grandes, and Los Grandes is definitely triggered right now to climb down in our table, because even Pen Game is doing a better game than them.
And it seems like Santos, who started the day eager to take the number 2 spot in our rankings, have stepped in on the brake a little bit, right?
And that's because their confrontation against the B4, which is not always necessary, and they should overthinking about that, but still they are hanging in the 4th position, and if they maybe avoid this, they will keep a solid game as well, and still the position of Loud, because like I said, 6 maps can make a great difference in your points, and by the 3 ones that we have left, they probably have the closure with Loud. There's not much points, right?
And today we will have a closure on all of those thoughts at the end of the day, since we will have the whole 18 teams playing the same amount of maps and getting to the half of the season at the end of the day today. So we are eager to see what will happen and how would this whole balance happen at the end of the day. Carol, we need to rest a little bit, right?
Yes, but Marcelo, do you know what we forgot yesterday? To
What?
sing happy birthday to you, all your family.
Yeah, we
Do you want to do that in the end?
Let's do it in the end.
Okay, that's okay, because we are heading to our break right
But
now.
Mozão, I love you. I know you're watching.
3 minutes.
Gaming player on the top, it's lost 21. He is definitely lost, and he is down and on the ground. Drax
Wow.
uses the shotgun with the headshot against Leal. He puts Leal down. Black 0-0 downs Nicholas, and Kaique will not survive. Kaique will not make it, and Metagaming will have a point scored.
What?
By what? What? Drax, what did you do?
No way.
What did Drax do? He got the triple kill with the grenade and the shotgun. Unbelievable, Drax! You are definitely up.
time, left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live for more Brazilian Free Fire League. The LBFF 5 is on its way, and Carol, surprises today, right?
A lot of surprises happening. We already got the Booyah from Santos, Fluxo. Even though we got a Booyah from Fluxo, they are not doing so good, right?
They're not doing that good.
And Netshoes Miners with beautifully Booyah, very well strategic. They were very well positioned in the late stages of the game, and they came for each one of these guys. Of course, they were right behind of them.
Fighting against metagaming to finish the match.
Exactly, they were very well positioned, Marcelo.
And we might have some surprises left for you guys in Purgatory, since we saw Santos coming with lots and lots of anger towards before in those two other maps, Kalahari and Bermuda, but doing their own game in Purgatory. That may be the key for them, right?
Maybe it is the key for them in Kalahari, but even though they got a lot of confidence in Kalahari map, they should not doubt about in the other maps against before. And once they come for before in the early stages of the game, they should have be aware that they are risking their game, of course.
Yeah.
And maybe this is not a good choice, right?
And we still got some surprises for you coming up, but now maybe we have some surprises on the kill leaders for the season that are coming up for you guys today. It's Ousado closing up the gap against MTS, 52 kills for him, and Phone starting to appear in the list for the first time with 43 kills, Carol.
And I'm really enjoying to watch this battle against SS Sports and Corinthians, because this is not only in the table in the rankings, but right now in the MVP, and Ousado will finish the day stealing not only the top, because they are already on the first one in our table, but they will steal the place of MTS. And next weekend, I'm pretty much sure SS Sports will have to work so hard.
They will have to work their A off to get to Corinthians on the rankings table, and maybe MTS will have to work to get to Ousado as well, as we are going to see our standings as of right now into the third map of the 9th day of LBFF Season 5. And we have Corinthians leading with 15 points ahead of SS Esports, and we still are deciding the most thrilling moment for me right now is the fight for the 12th place, Carol.
The fight over the 12th place will be definitely one of to watch today, and if FURIA don't keep it up with that, probably they will be passed over of Los Grandes metagame and even Pain Game, because Team Codasolid that started the day right behind them, they are already passed them over. And even Vivo KEYD have also to keep it up with the game, because looks like right now by this time from last season they were in the same position in the 10th place, and I don't think they wanted to have a replay of that. So they started very good this season. They were in the fight against
the rankings.
Yeah, they were in a fight against the Fluxo team for the first place, and right now seeing them in the 10th place, it is kind of shame, right?
Yeah, it's kind of bad for Vivo KEYD, and they're not getting good results today. Fluxo at least got a Booyah for the day. We saw Los Grandes also, who led the table, getting to the 13th place and out of the qualification zone for the final stages. It seems like the teams are learning how to play against Fluxo, Vivo KEYD, and Los Grandes, but still ain't got the knowledge to play against Corinthians, who is getting closer and closer to certifying themselves into the last stages, since they are more than 100 points ahead of the 12th place, that is FURIA, right?
Exactly. And even more of Team 1, that is kind of uncountable right now. But okay, Corinthians, we having noticed two kind of different game styles for them. They start this season in the kind of in a bad positions, but right now they to get in the top, They learned that they needed to keep a low profile, be silent, but right now, because they have this big amount of points ahead of the other teams, they are trying to strategically go for the teams and getting more points for killing, because they know that the tiebreaker will be the booyahs, the kills, and they needed a lot of points in advantage, not only for in the qualifications zone right now.
And we talk about kills because SS Esports and Fluxo are teams that are getting tons of kills, are playing the aggressive game, and Corinthians need to score some kills for them to have at least advantage in one of the tiebreakers, if not both of them. But Carol, the games are coming in. We have 3 more maps. What do you expect to see from Fluxo, Los Grandes, and Vivo KEYD?
Well, Fluxo, Los Grandes, and Vivo KEYD, and let's just certify that we are talking about these guys because they were the top 3 of weekend 1. And right now, I'm expecting to see a different kind of a game style from Los Grandes. I started the day saying that they would have come with a new strategy because we watched the video of Stay Tuned, and probably in Purgatory, it is a big map. They have big places to go, different rotations, and if not a team come for you to break your favorite drop call, you can easily get loots and equipments and head straight to the safe zone, where maybe will be the late stages of the game. So I would prefer right now to watch a silent and a quietly game from Los Grandes, see the battle more aggressive for Vivo KEYD, and watch Fluxo position themselves in a better place in the safe zone and get more kills in the late stages of the game.
But Carol, we will have some time to analyze this and bring more insights for our spectators, because we'll be right back in just 3 minutes.
One time left, right, knock 'em out. Two times, knock 'em out. Knock 'em out with the left, knock 'em out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live for more LBFF Season 5, and we will be heading soon to Purgatory. And Carol, we have to talk about some teams that had good results in Purgatory. We have to talk about the B4 team that are having Purgatory as their best map with, until today, until the start of this week, they had 81 points scored in Purgatory. We have to talk obviously about Corinthians. Even though Purgatory is not their best map, it became one of their good maps in the first day they had this week, where they got 2 booyahs. It was in Bermuda, I'm sorry. They got double booyahs in Bermuda, but Purgatory still a good map for them. And a lot of other teams that are getting good results in Purgatory, despite Santos being the first team to get the booyah today.
Yes, of course. And the more points in Purgatory this season goes to Pen Game, Loud, and FURIA, and also Vivo KEYD. So Pen Game in the second round, the first match, got 29 points. Only in Purgatory. Loud in the round 6, the first match, got 27. That were the booyah where they got right in the middle, where we're killing each one of them like tunnels, killing each one of them. And then we got FURIA and Vivo KEYD with 25 points. So this specifically round in Purgatory, maybe we can keep an eye very close in Pen Gaming, FURIA, and Vivo KEYD, Marcelo.
But we have to keep an eye on the air, because we're clear to take off and we're taking it to the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D4 heading straight to Purgatory, this is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invite you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again in the island of Purgatory. We are kind of starting over, but what is not starting over, it is the fight between Santos and B4. Will they come to each other? I don't know, but one thing we know, we already got booyahs from Santos, Fluxo, and Netshoes Miners. Who is going to be the lucky one this time?
And it seems that we may have fights going on near the fields. B4 and Los Grandes and Santos also there. Netshoes Miners close to the place. We might have this strategy from Los Grandes of spreading out may not pay off for them in this round, Carol. And it seems that it actually is going to happen, because Gus took lots and lots of damages and he still ain't got no weapon. And he has to fight, but Lobato is on the ground. Gus finding an M4A1 and putting Lobato to the ground and finishing off Lobato. Will he finish off Lobato? The first blood is Lobato, is on the hands of Gus. Iago tried to confront Gus over there with the machete, but now Los Grandes are coming up to help Gus over there. Mamute trying to get to the fight as well, and Gus has no more bullets to fight with the M4A1, and Mamute will try to come in as a backup to help Gus. DL also over there with the M4A1, dealing damage to Iago, but Mamute is the first one on the floor. And the second one back to the lobby. Mamute back to the lobby, still losing spots in the run for the MVP, and we saw some changes in B4. Randall coming in for Juan, and it seems like the changes did not pay off for B4, Carol.
And I just wanted to understand what's going on with B4 right now, because they usually go to Brasilia drop call. We are used to see them going in Brasilia, and right now going to fields maybe have messed up a little bit with their game. But of course, Los Grandes, it's cheering right now because they already got 1.4 killing, but also they should watch out because they are down to 3. The same goes to before, so it's going to be a fair game if they have what's necessary to rush in the top of the house.
They are circling the house over there. They're trying to keep B4 inside that house and fight the team trying to escape that house. We see those teams studying themselves. B4 is surrounded by Los Grandes, who wants some points, who desperately needs some points to bring back the their rhythm from the first weeks, right, Carol?
And talking about points, before once last season got the best begins, the best start after 30 matches in Free Fire Brazilian League with 335 points, and see that today they are having a bad day is definitely not what they have stand for. So let's analyze their game, because I feel like when Santos is not playing, they have some kind of different game style. Maybe Santos bring them a lack of confidence, or is just I don't know, an unusual day for them. But what is not unusual, it is Fluxo team, safe and sound, really calm, and it a replacement against Japa BKR and Godkill.
Mr. LBFF will take a rest for a little bit while Godkill comes
Mr.
in.
300 kills.
Mr. 300 kills. Japa BKR taking a rest for at least this map, right, Carol?
Yeah, just drink some water.
Hydrate.
Hydrating himself. Ooh.
And now we see the fight going on. Los Grandes enter the house, and now they are trying to put the whole squad from before down. They got 2 players down, and the last player from before run away like his life depended on it. And R7 now trying to fight Rafa X outside of the house. And BL coming in, Rafa X is on the ground, but Gus finishes him off. And Before is back on the lobby. The first team down is Before, Carol.
And that was definitely a hard start for them. This is the second time they are the first ones to go back in the lobby. That happened in Kalahari against Santos. And right now, for some reason that we don't know why, they usually go to Brasilia, and this time they went in the fields, the neighborhood of fields, and for some reason that we don't know, they are wiped down by Los Grandes.
And now we might have the fight once again happening between Corinthians and Team 1, but FURIA also getting to the same spot, and we might have a 3-way fight, because it seems like FURIA will spot Corinthians. They will have to engage into this fight, and Team 1 will have the advantage of position and the surprise factor coming from above. The double vector on the floor to maybe help one of the players from Corinthians to get the quick shots against one of those teams coming in. But it seems like Ousado will try to engage into this fight, Carol.
And we have seen that the position of Corinthians that is already getting the few shots against FURIA.
The shots are coming in. FURIA are trying to take at least a player down by Corinthians to engage into this fight with some kind of advantage, since they are down below, but they have coverage from the houses. Carol, Corinthians is in the open field, and that may be bad for Corinthians, since they are getting shot. They are taking the shots in the open field.
Yeah, I think it will be bad for Corinthians if they mess up and by one mistake they fall down one of their players. But I don't think FURIA will get any kill over them because of this the position of the hill. If FURIA decided to get kills, will be that because they will come for Corinthians, but they got the advantage to be in the top of the hill, and FURIA will only get some couple of points for damage over Corinthians. But right now they are resting in peace, safe and sound, and waiting for the other.
And now Ousado is resting safe and sound on the floor,
like I
because
said,
a nice spray by Memgad puts Ousado to the ground, and now he's trying to use the boosts to get the angle to finish off Ousado, but it seems that it won't happen. Ousado was already helped by its teammates, and now Corinthians probably won't engage into this fight as of right now, but Ousado still showing up some will to fight, Carol, over the hills. They have the top-down view to fight against FURIA, but the coverage from the houses is giving some advantage to FURIA, right?
Yeah, and like I said, for the mistake of one of the players from Corinthians, they would come down, but I don't think it would be possible for FURIA to score the kill, because the player that were by Ousado were quickly to save him. But because they have the angle advantage of them, fortunately they will not they not went back to the lobby. But they should watch out for their strategy because FURIA, they are very hungry for killing.
And now Pain Gaming might also join this fight, since they are all in the same spot of the island near the golf course, near Mount Villa. They can't join that fight, but they are running towards the other way, and maybe they will get to fight this after they need to cross the bridge, Carol.
And it is the time for us to see where the safe zone will go, because by this time it is time to position yourself, get the best place, and probably Corinthians were heading where FURIA were right now, because they already got one Booyah in the same little houses, and they were trying to rotate it to the same place to get the best place, but FURIA arrived first, and that's why. And like I said, it is the time to position yourselves to see where the late stages of the game will happen right now. And Fluxo already got a good position, but let's find out, guy, where the game will head right now. It is golf course, a little bit of Brasilia and Mabel Works, and FURIA got a really good position, as much as Corinthians and Team 1, Santos.
Corinthians, who may not try to cross that bridge, who may try to fight from the middle of that safe zone, and we need to see if the placement from FURIA will be enough for them to fight, because if they have to move, they will face lots of difficulties, Carol, since they have to climb from the river, right?
Exactly. And we know when you try to cross the river, you cannot be safe once you get the shots, because you go straight back to the lobby.
And now we see Metagaming trying to farm a little bit, trying to find some loot, while Vivo KEYD is approaching the same region. 10 minutes already passed, only one team out in the lobby, and only one player from another team out in the lobby as well, and the player is from the Los Grandes team, who was engaged into that fight against before. No fights going on.
No fight, no fight.
No fight.
Shakira.
No fight. Shakira. I love this song. I love this song. Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. I love Shakira.
Oh, well. And yeah, it's still 10 minutes has passed by, Marcelo.
11 already.
Oh, yeah, yes, almost 11. And we are still 11.
And finally the fight between Corinthians and FURIA going on. FURIA had to climb the river, and they are trying to avoid this fight from Corinthians. But now they have the open field to fight, and they will try to get the kills on Ousado. Memgad getting the aim over there, while Ousado also tries to find a better place to fight. He has the sights on field, but now he will run away from this fight. He maybe will join Zenak right back then, while Zenak tries to find the heads of the players from FURIA. Tries to find Memgad over there. He cannot get the shot. Gelo trying to find a good placement, climbing down the hill a little bit, while we see Netshoes Miners and Metagaming taking the same rotation, facing each other face to face in the open
By
field.
car.
By car. It's like Fast and Furious right now. Toretto! Now Toretto on the floor, and a nice headshot against Gimons. And now Netshoes Miners are trying to blow the cars from Metagaming, and Gimons is on the floor.
But Metagaming got the advantage to be inside of the safe zone already. And Netshoes Miners that stopped to get the shots over them are now going to be blocked.
They are now going to be blocked, but Gimons is on the floor. Drax is also on the floor. Natividade doing an amazing job with its aim. And now Drax also on the floor, but they will fight FURIA. FURIA got sandwiched between Corinthians and Netshoes Miners, but Netshoes Miners now having to fight with two teams. The fight got mad in Natividade once again with the grenade scope. B Natividade. EGZin finds a kill with the KAR against 1-9. FURIA taking lots and lots of damage from both sides, and now Corinthians turns its attention to Netshoes Miners, and the fight finally engages, Carol.
We are finally watching a furious fight against FURIA and Corinthians, and I'm really excited to see who is going to win that because Netshoes Miners are around the corner and
Pain
getting
Gaming
shots.
coming in. Pain Gaming coming into the fight against Metagaming. The shots are coming in. Also, the two players remaining for Metagaming have to fight the whole squad from Pain Gaming from inside the house. Natividade with the grenade, putting two players from FURIA down. What he's doing with the grenades. Leal sends Lost to the floor, and now Stickle hurts himself with the grenade, putting himself down with the grenades, and the Metagaming team is wiped out. While Cebolinha gets the kill, Natividade gets the kill on Memgad with the grenade. 2 kills from Natividade, both of them with the grenades. Now they will fight Corinthians over there since there are only 2 players from FURIA remaining. 1 player right now because Natividade got the triple kill with the grenade. Nice job by Kobe. Natividade, he is the Kobe for the season.
He's definitely, and he would win a competition if he had the trophy for the grenade guy.
The Kobe Bryant trophy will be awarded to Natividade, but the team from Netshoes Miners getting to the negative in the golf course, and now the fight coming in between Team 1 and Team Codasolid, and Peck gets the first player down. It's Drax over there. It's Bruno 7, sorry, and Drizzy trying to find the shots, and he uses the grenade launcher to eliminate 2 players from Team Codasolid. Amazing job by Drizzy, and the grenades still coming in, while we see lots and lots of players getting eliminated by the safe zone as well. The fight is happening, and now Netshoes Miners trying to join this fight from far. And Los Grandes is sent back to the lobby with the 10th place Team Codasolid also down. Team 1 winning a fight, Carol. Once again, Team 1 winning a fight. And now Vivo KEYD fighting Santos. Meanwhile, Netshoes Miners try to fight this Team 1 squad that is short on equipment, short on utility, but get the first kill on train. And the Santos team is all wiped out by Vivo KEYD quickly. And now Natividade has to work because Kaique got the 2 kills on the Netshoes Miners, and only Natividade is still remaining. General gets the triple kill as well. Zenak now finally puts General to the floor, but Nando 9 brings it back with the AWM. VTR trying to play the game for Team 1 Natividade with just a few inches of life left, and he will sacrifice himself to the safe zone and not award any points to Team 1.
As he should, I would do exactly the same.
And Fluxo right now trying to find the players from Team 1 coming in from the safe zone. VN10 took lots of damage, took half life of damage, while Pain Gaming fighting Corinthians, and Kaique gets the kill on Hazur, but CS gets VN10, and Pain Gaming is sent back to the lobby because VTR got the kill. Nice game by Team 1 right now, finally getting the points they need, but VN10 will be eliminated, and there is only 1 player remaining for Team 1. Corinthians with 3 players still remaining. Gelo Bryant getting General over there with the grenade. Nando 9 trying to keep Vivo KEYD alive, while Team 1 still has 1 player. No more players from Team 1 because the safe zone eliminated VDR. Gelo needs help from their teammates, and 1-9 was well positioned, and he finds the headshot of Zenak. Oh my God, 1-9! The One Punch Man hits the face of its enemies with only 1 shot and sends Zenak to the ground. And look at Modestia. Modestia finds Ousado, and Corinthians is back to the lobby. Look at FURIA with only 1 player who is 1-9 trying to survive to the top 3. 7 players remaining. Fluxo has the whole squad to fight. Maybe the double booyah will come. 2 players from Vivo KEYD, 1 player from FURIA. Cias using the grenade launcher to try and damage. Look at what 1-9 is doing. Vivo KEYD is out. 1-9 is destroying in this game. He is down, and it's booyah, Fluxo!
Ai, no bru apelão. Wow.
An amazing fight by 1-9, holding FURIA to the 2nd place, but the whole squad made the difference. So it's Booyah Fluxo, the double Booyah came, Carol.
Double Booyah came indeed, and actually this is the 30 Booyah for Fluxo team. Right now they are trying to keep it up with the Booyahs because they won last season because of their Booyahs, and they know if they need again, they have to come for it. And well done for Fluxo team with this double Booyah right now. They were doing the silent game like Corinthians. They are learning from Corinthians. They were well positioned in the late stages of the game. They waited that time. I don't even saw them scoring any points for killing while there was the big party against Team 1, Netshoes Miners, and FURIA and Corinthians. But what led us speechless was 1-9 from FURIA team, Marcelo.
What an amazing end of game by 1-9. Holding himself below the bridge and getting kill after kill after kill, wiping out the whole Vivo KEYD squad, wiping out Corinthians. He got only 3 confirmed kills, but he held FURIA to get to the 3rd place in points with 12 points, 12 needed points, and Fluxo Vivo KEYD finally getting back on the top of the scores, Carol.
And look who's also joining the MVP for this last match was Drizzy from Team 1, who they did an excellent job getting. Maybe they will finish the day in the 200 points, Marcelo. Maybe they will, but was not a very good game for metagaming. Maybe they should play only Bermuda map because there where they got their most amount of points.
And now we see Natividade also with 3 kills, all with the grenades. Amazing job by Natividade Bryant. Go B with the grenades, putting the shots in for Netshoes Miners. And it was Natividade who let FURIA with only 1 player, and 1-9 did an amazing job stealing those kills for FURIA against Vivo KEYD and fighting till the end, leading FURIA to the 2nd place in this match. But Carol, Corinthians getting those points they needed, getting the gap a little wider towards SS Esports. Let's check the standings because we have some changes in this table. Now 27 points ahead for Corinthians in the top of the rankings, and Fluxo getting the 7th place back, but Netshoes Miners only 3 points behind, and Vivo KEYD finally getting to the left side of the table, Carol.
Can you hear the angels for Vivo KEYD? Oh! Yes, and they are back in the game. I said by this time they were also in the 10th place and very bad in our table, but it looks like they have heard me. And also, what good game for Fluxo team with this Booyah day. Like I said, they will keep it up a little bit more, be back in the game, bring back their confidence, and maybe let's see. Well, they are in that tied with the Nitroxx Top 10 right now. They will probably finish the day in the 5th position again, still in the position of INTZ. And who knows, getting the mark of 300 points. But bad news for B4, right, Marcelo?
Bad news for B4. They're falling to the 10th place, and now they are reachable by Team Codasolid and FURIA. And finally, we have a little bit of separation between the 12th place and the 13th place, since FURIA got more points than Los Grandes and opened up an 11-point difference. A difference that's reachable in just one game, but still a good difference that leaves FURIA at least with some breathing space for the next maps, Carol.
And I tell you what, FURIA last season, they were having personal fights with Loud, and they came many times for Loud. So we can't wait them to come for Team Codasolid, maybe for B4, who knows. It is the middle of the competition and a lot of things can happen for sure. But what else can happen today, Marcelo?
What can happen is maybe we need to get some water and hydrate to keep bringing the best of Free Fire for you guys. We will be right back. Fight is not good for them, and Kaique puts 2 players down for the Pen Gaming team against the Fluxo Nobru. Once again with the grenade, putting the first player down. Japa BKR, he gets the kill. It might be the 300th one. He puts back 0-0 on the floor once again. He just needs to finish it. Finish it, Japa. Do it. Just do it. And he finishes Rick. We got to the 300 kills for Japa BKR. It's an amazing mark for a player who helped build the community and the championship in Brazil, right, Carol?
And it is now 301 because he got 2 kills over the Pain Game squad. But yes, Marcelo, that's beautifully.
One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live, heading to the 5th map of the day. We are straight heading to Kalahari as soon as possible, as soon as we get clearance to take off. But Carol, Kalahari is a map that we know that some things will happen, right?
Well, the thing I even get mixed up in my words because the thing that we are for sure is that B4 and Santos will face off each other, and by this time I would put aside my pride and I would definitely change my favorite drop call because I don't want to go back in the lobby in the early stages of the game. So far right now, points for Santos, they are scoring more points over before in Kalahari map, but let's figure out that, Marcelo.
Let's find out because we have clearance to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invite you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the beautiful island of... Sorry, not island, the desert of Kalahari, because Kalahari, we know it is the hottest map of the game, and looks like Marcelo before have changed their
the drop call.
Yeah.
They changed the drop call. They heard us, Carol.
Finally,
they heard us, Carol.
Yes, they sure heard us, and they decided to put aside their pride and go to another call, Marcelo, because as they should, they are not having a good day today. They already went back to the lobby twice in the first place with 0 points, and what is more important right now? To have points or go back to the lobby, and they have heard us because they are straight. And right now it would be a good time for them to get a booyah and throw at the Santos face.
They need to get the booyah and shout out onto Santos face, but Santos also getting the oil rig, the refinery clear for themselves, which is important because the refinery is a central area of the map, right, Carol?
The refinery, it is the central of the map, and probably because got the upper view, help them to have a better vision of all the players around the map. But what I'm expecting right now, it is for the fights don't take too long, because we know that rotations in Kalahari take us to early fights, first bloods, and that's what I'm expecting to see, the early bloods, because you know I'm Carol Swan in Kalahari map.
Carol Swan from Kalahari, the only vampire who likes the sun. But it seems like the Santos players are kind of lost in the refinery. Like, where are our friends?
Where are our friends? Where are you? I'm looking for them as well. And I'm not only looking for them, Marcelo, but Fluxo team got all their booyahs in Kalahari. And the question is, it is the best map for Fluxo team right now. Are the other teams triggered by Fluxo team this round? Because they already got their Booyah today, double Booyah, and maybe in Kalahari specifically, it is their favorite map. So let's see if they will strike a triple Booyah like Nitroxx Top 10 yesterday.
Let's see if they can get the Nitroxx Top 10 counter fate. And you almost lost your cell phone. I saw you juggling that cell phone like crazy right now. Because it seemed like it was alive while you tried to get the information for the broadcast. It seems you almost lost your cell phone for the broadcast. But the fight is coming in between B4 and Los Grandes. Gus trying to hold on to the whole B4 squad, and Lobato is the first one held by the grenades. But he is being chased by Iago. The ice walls coming in. Mamute trying to get the top-down view to help Gus, but Gus is on the ground and he will be back to the lobby. He will be the first blood. Gus is the first blood before team gets the first point, and it seems like the change of the drop call worked out for B4, but now they have to fight a better position, Los Grandes. But they have the containers to hide themselves, Carol.
I mean, does really work for before, or it is just that Los Grandes is having bad days that it is helping before right now to score points because they turn out to be easy targets?
Iago was sent down, but Hush got a kill on Pain Gaming from the top-down view from Santos using the advantage from the refinery. He got the first point for Santos as well. Mamute trying to find the players from before, and he finds Randall over there, tries to use the submachine gun, but it seems that the spray was not that well connected. And Lobato tries to come in against the Rafa X. Rafa X puts the bullets on Lobato, who is forced to retreat. B4 will have to leave this fight, but Los Grandes don't want to let them leave, and Team Codasolid also getting to the fight. Pão putting the shots out, Vitinho also putting the shots out, and Peck also trying to get close. We see that Team Codasolid is surrounding that exit from the containers, and they have a wider space to prepare and maybe get some points from the teams leaving the area, Carol.
And right now, watching Los Grandes game looks like they are not avoiding the calls, even with the disadvantage numbers. If I were them, because I need a point for position, I would leave that, especially because they can get caught in a sandwich by Team Codasolid. That I just wanted to point it out. They have changed their captain during the match. They have changed their captain, and Brad Pão, it is the new captain that will lead the team right now.
And now we see Pão leading the team against Mamute. Lots of damage on Mamute, and Mamute is down on the floor. Pão getting the shots with the Balbal and eliminating Mamute and getting the points for Team Codasolid. He is doing an amazing job for today. Pão is being the bigger name, the greatest name for Team Codasolid today. We see BL taking shots from behind, and once again, Pão getting the takedown. Rafa X, the last player remaining for Los Grandes, but now the fight comes in against B4. Lobato is on the ground once again. Pão making it rain. Vitinho gets a kill on Iago, and only Randall standing for B4. Pão is coming over once again. The grenades are coming in. Vitinho gets the kill. Quali puts Randall to the floor, and Lobato gets Pão. But Quali finishes off Lobato and will help Pão survive over there.
And Los Grandes took off, Marcelo?
Los Grandes did not took off. Rafa is still by the surroundings over there, inside of the safe zone, and I don't think they got enough med kits to play from inside the safe zone. They will have to come after this team, and now B4 is wiped out by Vitinho. 6 kills for Team Codasolid to start the match, Carol. 8 players down in the game, 6 by the hands of Team Codasolid, Carol.
And today they had a very fresh day starting off the day, and that have been working for them so far. Would that go to the hands of Pão, that is the new captain leader for them?
Pão is doing a great job today, not only being hot and with good smell, but full of miolos. Smart.
I can with Marcelo, I can. But I can with Fluxo and Netshoes Miners in this confrontation, Marcelo. And grenade launchers.
Grenade launchers, we love grenade launchers. But look at Cias! Thank you, Cias! I bet Mysterious Voice is really happy right now, Cias. The ice barrier just made Cias blow himself up. And now Nobru needs to use the grenades, and he's going to blow himself up as well. No! Natividade got that blow on Cias. And Nobru put Natividade to the ground. Now Cias was helped by the last player remaining down there for Fluxo. While Fak tries to find a better place for this fight. Netshoes Miners and Fluxo fighting, and FURIA getting from behind, Carol. Maybe they will join this fight, coming in like madmen. 1-9 using the jump, God using the jump, and both of them putting players down. Cias putting BLGod down with the grenade launcher, and the grenades are coming in. Field trying to find some place to fight, but BLGod is on the floor. We also have Santos getting closer and closer to this fight. Or fighting, no, they're fighting from the refinery. They're getting the kills from the refinery, and Natividade is back on the lobby with the grenade. Los Grandes also getting there, trying to get over there with the remaining players. But look at Santos. Look at what Santos is doing. 2 players down, and Cebolinha will be the last player down. Santos eliminating the whole team from Netshoes Miners. No, they got 2 kills over there. But Netshoes Miners is back on the lobby, Carol. Nice play by Santos, using the top-down view by the refinery, and now getting the kill on God.
Yes, over FURIA, over Netshoes Miners, and that's why they go to the refinery, because they got the over-top view, which helped them a lot.
And still FURIA fighting the Fluxo team. Nobru and Cias still alive, but Nobru taking lots of shots, and now Nobru is down. Fluxo is wiped out by FURIA. FURIA, a team that historically does good in Kalahari, now with 6 kills for them. And Team Codasolid also with 6 kills. But look at what Nando9 is doing! He gets Peck and Pão trying to rotate. He eliminates 2 players from Team Codasolid. Hazur trying to find Quali over there. And now Quali uses the negative from the mountain to rotate a little better near the submarine. Corinthians trying to fight by Metagaming coming from behind. 2 players from Corinthians down on the ground, and 1 player above the antenna. Gelo gets the kill on Vitim, but Ousado is on the floor. Now Gelo once again in the middle of the whole Metagaming squad being wiped out and being sent back to the lobby. Ousado goes back to the lobby as well. And Zenak tries to kill Drax. A bad positioning by the Corinthians team, all split up, and now Rafa X back to the lobby. Santos still using the top-down view from the refinery, Carol.
Yes, Corinthians is in a very bad position right now. Even though they are in the top, they have to climb down, and to get inside of the safe zone, they are in the board. They will maybe find Team Codasolid that is also around the corner.
And Zenak will drop. No.
It's 5.
5 HP left.
Oh, goodness. But 11 minutes has passed by, and we already watched a lot of cold blood with these guys killing each other. And FURIA, which in my opinion, it's one of the best teams in Kalahari, still remain alive with 6 points for killing, in a kind of a good position for to kill, and they will come for Pain Gaming in a fair battle, 3 against 3.
3 against 3, we'll have FURIA coming in, but they are in the open field, and they had to use the ice to protect themselves while Corinthians fight Vivo KEYD. Now Pain Gaming with the top-down view, using their advantage to maybe try to wipe the whole FURIA squad. Corinthians and Vivo KEYD in a frank fight, in an open fight between those 2 teams. And Nando9 using once again the Gilisut, but now Zenak was not misled by that. He got the shot and he got the kill on Nando9. And now Corinthians is wiped out because Dead God found the Balbal and found the shots with the Balbal to now bring back Nando9, but General is also on the floor. Vivo KEYD with 4 kills, trying to keep themselves alive in the open field. They need some cover, and we know that cover is a rare thing to have in Kalahari, a map with lots and lots of open field. And now Team 1 trying to find the shots on Vivo KEYD, and Santos is wiped out by a single shot from the grenade launcher of Gimons. Gimons getting 3 kills with the grenade launcher. And now Team 1 joining the fight against Vivo KEYD. Bruno trying to break the ice and trying to find the angle to find the shots. VTR send Modestia back to the lobby.
And Vivo KEYD, it's also looking so good. Team 1, it's trying to breathe, but I think Vivo KEYD will have a squad wipe over them.
They will have, and they had the squad wipe with the job. Well done by that guy and General, but Nando 9 and Modestia were sent back to the lobby by Team 1, who got a few points they needed in kills for this map, but only 5 teams and 13 players remaining. We see Kaique trying to find the shots from the top down against Metagaming. Metagaming having a good day today, still alive in the top 5. Kawe trying to find the shots with the sniper rifle, while Rick takes cover near the drop box. And now Furia taking grenades to the foot. Bielgod over there having to fight face to face against Metagaming, but found the grenade on Bielgod. And now that got back to the lobby. Bielgod once again back to the lobby and lost with a triple kill, trying to find the whole Furia squad, and they wipe out Furia with the whole team remaining. 9 kills for Metagaming.
And also Vivo KEYD went back to the lobby.
Vivo KEYD also back to the lobby. 2 teams now. Codasolid sent back to the lobby. Nice result for Team Codasolid. And Pain Gaming fighting Metagaming for the booyah in this Kalahari map. 2 teams on the right side of the table, on the bottom half of the table, fighting for the booyah. This will change the classification. This will change the standings. 3 players from Pain Gaming, 4 players from Metagaming, but the positioning is better for Pain Gaming, since Leal and Kaique have the top-down view. They need to find a better place to fight. Leal went and regrouped with Rick. Lost nose of the players coming from the sides, and he has the help from Gimons over there. They will fight the 3v2 because Drax left Kaique over there. The safe zone is closing, and this safe zone might be helpful for Pain Gaming because it left them still on the top of the mountain. And now he found the information on Kawe, tried to find the shots. It was not enough. Kaique trying to rotate and find the best situation for him to fight. He drops down and he will fight from behind. He uses the eyes. Pain Gaming is all split, but Kaique is back to the lobby. So it's Booyah Metagaming! Look at the hype from those guys! 25 points for Metagaming in this match. They needed to keep themselves alive, leaving the 17th place, and maybe, just maybe, Carol, joining the top 12 for the day.
Yes, it is a maybe, but what's not a maybe, it is the booyah of Metagaming that they fought until the end against Team Codasolid, against FURIA team, and against the 3 players left from Pain Gaming, and 13 kills in their baggage, and 25 points for the booyah and for the kills in the baggage of Nicola, Lot 7, Kimons, Kawe, Drax, and Ian.
And kudos to Gimons, who got the squad wipe on Santos with the grenade launcher. That was an amazing shot. 3 kills with just 1 grenade, and then the fights picking up with the best placement for the fights. In the end, they did not engage into the fight with Pain Gaming until the players came down from the mountain, making Pain Gaming lose the advantage from the top-down view. And 25 points for Metagaming, 14 for Team Codasolid, 14 for Vivo KEYD, who needed the points so badly to keep climbing the rankings. 12 points for Pain Gaming, FURIA 12 points, Santos 8 points. I mean, Metagaming, Pain Gaming, and FURIA and Team Codasolid all fighting for the 12th place. That fight is getting closer and closer and closer, Carol.
Yes, and that's what you said. The meta today was to watch the teams that needed to climb to the 12th place at least and to get inside of the 12. But what was interesting was to see that Pain Gaming finished the round in the second place, but they didn't get the amount of points that Team Codasolid and Vivo KEYD did. Team Codasolid and Vivo KEYD finished the round with 14 points, and let's give a big shout out for the last player of Team Codasolid that hanging there silently until the late stage of the game, quietly as much as he could, and he turned to get great points for Team Codasolid.
And teams that needed those points to keep themselves in the fight and to breathe a little bit away from the relegation zone, such as Metagaming, who started the day in the 17th place and now today might join the top 12, the Deuce Club, the club of the 12, and we will see the standings to illustrate just what we were saying. Corinthians getting 31 points ahead of SS Esports, Fluxo getting to the 6th place, going over Nitroxx Top 10, and look at Vivo KEYD getting to the 8th place, Team Codasolid getting to the 10th place, Metagaming getting to the 13th place, and look at how Los Grandes fell down the rankings, Carol. Los Grandes in the 14th place.
And even before, Marcelo, that on Saturday, they were in the 4th place. They were fighting loud, and before they were fighting, and right now before find themselves all the way in the 11th place. How things can change so quickly around here. And
Team 1 breaking the 200 points barrier. Oh my God!
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! 200 points for Team 1, 201. Finally, they are joining the teams there in the 200 points, but still the 29 points for them to get in the Team Liquids, and they only have one more round to come. They will have to work so hard if they wanted to get this to 29 points with a booyah and lots of kills, right?
Maybe the 29 points will not get today. They need a booyah and 17 more kills. Maybe that will not happen today. However, they can close the gap. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel if they score well in this last map for today. And Carol, the board got way too messed up. Look at Santos, only 9 points behind Loud. Santos,
and they will get that.
Santos might reach Loud into this game and get to the 3rd place. Santos was on the bottom of the table 2 weeks ago, and now they're fighting for the top 3.
And talking about top, Corinthians, that is in the very first place, will be probably the first team to reach the mark of 400 points. And Marcelo, this is a lot just for the 4th round of Free Fire Brazilian League. Corinthians
the first half
of
the
first half, they are doing an amazing job. Still didn't get any booyah today, but they are keeping a solid game. And well, it is a gap ahead of SS Sports, as they should, because their personal confrontation now it is with SS Sports, and Loud will come also to join the party next weekend, Marcelo.
And we will be right back because you have to hydrate and lose this damn mosquito that's here.
1 minute.
Initially he uses the scoped aim to try and get the kills, but there is a player down for SS team, and it's INTZ. Minuzi got the takedown, and they have to fight with one less player, but Minuzi is down once again. Button doing a great job with the shotguns. Putting Mike down, and look at the shotgun play by Button. He's trying to find the player that was Bops, and Bops is down. Triple kill for Button with the shotgun once again. He brings back the shotgun, and he takes out the whole...
Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live for the last map of the day. We have Bermuda coming up, and we have teams needing to score points for different reasons. Santos needs to score some points to get to the top 3. Corinthians needs to score some points to get distance to SS Esports. Fluxo needs to get points to reach the top 5. The teams fighting for the 12th position. Lots of teams needing points, Carol.
Yes, lots of teams need points, and who is needing points and getting in there? We're Fluxo team getting double booyahs here today, as we can see better now in Kalahari and Purgatory. So the question is, who is going to be the last one in Bermuda? Because we know Metagaming were almost there to get a booyah in Bermuda, and they will come to Bermuda map with the confidence that they got in Kalahari, Marcelo.
You know what Kalahari reminds me?
What?
You will probably not know that because you're a millennial. But you know what Kalahari reminds me?
What?
Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64.
Okay.
Because we had a map called Kalimari Desert. So
I'll be here.
it reminds me. It reminds me a lot of Mario Kart 64. The old guys will understand me. They will know what I'm talking about, since we are old and from the 20th century, not those millennials. Those boring millennials.
Sorry, I'm Generation Z. And Marcelo, I already said that Metagame will probably come with a lot of confidence in this map, but I'm pretty much sure what will also come with a lot of confidence will be Santos again over B4, because B4 decided to change their strategy and change their drop call in Kalahari map. Right now, I don't think they will change to Clocker Town, because Santos is the one who comes to Clocker Town, and they do that on purpose. Would they do that again?
And when they did it, they were wiped out by B4 with only 1 point on their baggage. So maybe, just maybe, Santos will not choose to go and mess with B4 in Clock Tower, but Santos needs to work on their drop calls in Bermuda, because they are always engaging into unnecessary fights at the beginning of the game, right?
Yes, and talking about unnecessary, what is unnecessary is the situation of Los Grandes right now, because in the first 3 rounds, the first one, the second one, and the fourth one, they scored lots of points, 71, 56, 58 points, and right now they went down so badly. Right now in 3 rounds, the 6, the 8, and the 9, they got 32 points, 25 points, and 17 points. But looks like Marcelo's is smelly and hearing something.
I don't know if I'm here, if I'm smelling, if I'm tasting, but we are clear to take off. Let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D6 heading straight to Bermuda, this is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final destination in Bermuda map, and we are heading straight to B4 and Santos, that is in an hangar, while B4 it's safe and sound in Clock Tower. But I don't think it is for long.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe my eyes.
I can't believe it. Why? Why? Why do you hate each other so much?
Oh!
Why do you hate each other so much?
Oh, I thought he got a shot, but anyway, why? Why? We like to be friends in here. We like to kill just for fun.
Why do you hate each other so much? And now it seems like for at least 2 minutes we will not have that fight, but we might have the fight between Team 1 and Los Grandes once again, Carol, that fight that happened on the first Bermuda map of the day.
And like I said, so far this round, Los Grandes only score 17 points. This is the lowest point they find themselves right now. And if they have this early confrontation with 2-1, will no longer help them throughout this day. But what is helping is the replacement in Team 1,
And also,
Azai and Bruno.
Azai got in the place of Bruno. And we had changes also in Los Grandes. Sorry to interrupt you, Carol, because
No, just go ahead.
Duz got into the game, and that lineup was the best lineup in points for Los Grandes with Duz, Gus, Mamute, and Rafa X.
And that will probably change a little bit, as much as changing for Corinthians right now that Bruno is on, Gelo is off, which remembers me also that Gelo in the specifically squad was one of the best squad for Corinthians, and they have changed for the very first time right now. Since
For today, it was the first time they
no,
changed.
since the whole week.
No, for the whole week. Yeah, Gelo
This
started
week. Yeah.
as in the starting lineup for this week and did not leave. But Bruno was the starter for the season,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right.
He lost his spot to Gelo for the start of this week, but now it seems like Corinthians will choose to play their usual game. They went to Santos, their usual drop call, and now maybe they will try to play their regular game.
Yeah, they would try to play the regular game with a different player. Like Marcelo said, he was the one that started the season, but works better with Gelo. But seems like they are not worrying too much about, because they have a big gap ahead of the other teams in our table. They are feeling so good, and they will probably not having any trouble this match as much if FURIA decided to go to the rotation where Team 1 is right now. But in the last match in Bermuda, they didn't come for this part of the map, specifically Graveyard and Buai's side.
Yeah, we are not used to see fights happening in the Graveyard for the whole season, right?
No, we do. Loud, FURIA,
but just Loud
Team
and FURIA.
Liquid-
But just Loud and FURIA
Team
and Team
Liquid
Liquid
as
go
well.
there sometimes.
No, actually, Observatory was
On the Observatory, okay, but not on the Graveyard.
when Loud runs for a Graveyard, FURIA comes for Loud in Graveyard.
I believe we just had one huge
Yeah.
fight in the Graveyard. The fight
Yeah, that's true.
where we saw the players hiding behind the graves.
Yeah, and that was then the beginning of the match.
Yeah,
that's
right in
right.
the beginning of the match, but we don't see the safe zones closing towards that direction.
Yeah, it depends where the players decided to rotate. If Loud goes to Observatory, we are going to have a fight for sure in Observatory. But if FURIA decided to go to Graveyard, we are going to have a fight between Loud and FURIA in Graveyard. But Marcelo is totally right. We only have maybe twice a fight in Graveyard specifically, especially because FURIA keeps surprising us in their rotation. In the last match, they went to Cotatua, and right now they are going straightly to Bimazaki, having shots from Vivo KEYD.
Shots from Vivo KEYD coming in, and FURIA now having to find themselves. But look at Nando9 finding the head of Biogod and finding Memgod as well. And maybe, just maybe, the first blood will come up for Vivo KEYD. But General also holding field over there. 2 players down by Vivo KEYD. 3 players down by FURIA. Nice job by Vivo KEYD, getting the 3 first bloods for themselves. And now only 1 player from FURIA remaining. He is getting flanked by Modestia. He is down the water. I forgot the name of that.
The water bridge.
The
right?
water bridge, but I forgot the name in the actual name for this kind of
Waterfall?
No,
I don't know.
the barrage, the dam. Yes, the dam. I remembered it.
I
Holy.
still don't know what he's talking about.
This is a dam.
Damn is a bad word for me.
No,
actually.
not DAMN. Just a DAM. A dam. A barrage you do on rivers to build hydroelectrical power plants.
Okay, so Marcelo, it's increasing my vocabulary right now because I have never heard of this word before.
In Portuguese, You say represa.
Okay.
It's dam in English.
Oh, okay.
D-A-M, not D-A-M-N.
Damn. So there we go to change our game for Pain Game. That so far is the only team with the best of the best points in one single round. They were the only one that have scored 29 points in one single round, like I already talked about. So let's see if I'm not the case enough that for them right now, but if they can score great points, because Pain Game right now, they are in a very bad situation in our table, but they are getting in there. As much Fluxo is coming for Team 1.
Using the pads to get to Team 1. Now got Kill, Nobru, and Cias are on top of Team 1. Fuck also getting in. We remind you that Chapa BKR was subbed by God Kill. He might have got a day to rest for the day. And now Nobru trying to find the shots on the players from Team 1, trying to get to the pad. The first player was split from the team. And now Nobru trying to find the kill on the 3 remaining players from Team 1.
And that's actually an unusual rotation for Fluxo team. I have never seen that from them going
They went for the fight.
Yeah, they definitely went for the fight. And once again, Marcelo, I came with the theory that teams will come for Team 1 because they are in the bottom and they probably are easy targets, easy kills, and easy points.
And it was not the first time that Fluxo came from Team 1. We saw Corinthians coming for Team 1 as well. And now they got the bullseye region over there, where the blue area marks the best loot, right, Carol?
Yes, but when I say this is an unusual rotation for Fluxo team, it's because their favorite drop calls in Bermuda, they went 3 times for Rengar, twice to Himna Village, Angar, Himna Village, Mill, and Riverside. So I never seen they going for their rotation, especially because the
when
safe
the
zone
sun
is
shine, we shine together.
told you I'll be here forever, but they are coming for Team 1.
They are coming for Team 1.
They never do their rotation.
But
so
look
they're
at
coming.
Asai and VN10 wiping out the whole squad from Fluxo. Nice job by Vivo KEYD. They needed those points. They needed to fight the good fight. And it seems like Fluxo chose to fight a bad fight coming in from the pads. They thought that would be an easy fight for them. And now only God Kill remains alive. VTRX trying to flank God Kill through the containers. And he might fight this fight against God Kill, the last player remaining for Fluxo. Fluxo will be wiped out. Nice job by Team 1 getting the wipeout on Fluxo, sending Fluxo as the first team back on the lobby with no points, Carol. What such a bad decision by Fluxo for this match, Carol.
Yes, so my theory is still stands. So the teams are thinking that Team 1, it is a easy target because the rotation would not work in a favor for Fluxo team to go to their side unless they were trying to actually stay in the edges of the map. Maybe that was casually they face off with Team 1, what is definitely a bad choice for them because Team 1 can be in the bottom of our table, but they still know how to play and they prove that to us right now. Squad wiping over Fluxo team, who were the winners from last season and got a double booyah here today.
And now we have the safe zone closing to Riverside, to Plantation over there. And that's a different thing that we ain't have seen it yet in the season. We're having the safe zone closing to the north of the map, right, Carol?
Yeah, this is the very first time we are seeing the safe zone going to the Riverside, Plantation, and
to the
Mill.
dam!
And to the dam! And we usually see that working Clock Tower, Bimazak, Peak, which tells me that the teams have to go to a different rotation, of course. They have to be prepared for each kind of their rotation. And Vivo KEYD specifically, it is in the middle of a big sandwich between metagame, Santos, and before they're coming behind them. So let's see if they will manage to stay alive and to get shots from each one of these teams.
I almost got the mosquito.
Marcelo is in a fight with the mosquito here, guys.
Damn, mosquito. I hate you, mosquito. It's not a mosquito, it's a fly.
It is a fly, of course. Yeah, mosquito is pernilongo.
Yeah,
Fly,
it's a
it is
fly.
mosca.
It's a damn fly. I hate flies.
I
You
almost
got her!
it. I almost. Oh well.
You almost got her.
It's happening a little bit of free fire here with us too, guys.
I'm calling for the drop because I'm gonna use my parafall against this damn fly.
I will come with the grenade launcher.
I just dropped my coffee over here. Oh,
Oh, myself.
I'm sad.
Don't wanna be home by
I'm sad.
myself.
Let's focus on the game. Nothing is happening right now, but the danger zone is forcing some teams to rotate, right, Carol?
And look how tricky it is, this safe zone. The middle of the river is definitely tricking these players right now. That the only good position it is going for Team Codasolid and Vivo KEYD. So it is
they are
have
going-
to work the ice barrels right now, Marcelo.
They will have to use the ice barriers to maybe get a good rotation and trying to play from the edges of the safe zone.
And they will rotating to where there is already players, and I want to know who is taking shots against Team Codasolid. It is Metagame.
And Metagaming trying to find the shots, but Hazur was the first one to put a player from Metagaming down. Now V-Team also joining the fight for Team Codasolid. 3 teams over there trying to get the best shots. Carol, it seems like this spot for the safe zone will be the reason for a lot of fights.
A reason of a lot of fights indeed, and our top one are very well positioned, but they have to deal with the meta game and Team Codasolid sooner or later, especially because they are out of the safe zone and they will have to come for this guy. So let's see what they will bring us today.
What is bringing today is Team 1 bringing the grenades for the fight. Drizzy trying to find the kills on Pain Gaming and wiping out one more team. Team 1 getting 2 squad wipes with all 4 players still alive. Netshoes Miners trying to find the best position. Atividade hits the grenade on its own ice barrier and now needs to fight the whole squad from Los Grandes, but look at Gus with the grenade! General also doing an amazing job with the grenade, putting 2 players back to the lobby. The triple kill, but Santos gets wiped out. And the grenades still coming in now, this time to hit Corinthians. Gus uses the grenade to eliminate 1 more player. 9 teams remaining, 26 players still alive. And that means lots of teams are without their full squad. Corinthians fighting now. Team Codasolid, and look at Vitinho using the grenade launcher. He finds the kill on Ousado. The Netshoes Miners are wiped out. And finally, Los Grandes getting to the good fights. Furia out and back on the lobby as well. Corinthians wiped out. Team Codasolid remains alive. Team 1 still alive. Vivo KEYD still alive.
What is going on here?
Oh my god, please change the cameras.
Yep. And Vivo KEYD is going for inside of the safe zone.
That god was naked.
Los Grandes is going to block their way. And Team 1 is also in there, still alive. Team Codasolid, Los Grandes. So we are going to watch a new Booyah, Marcelo.
A new Booyah for the day. No teams. None of those 4 teams got Booyahs today. General is on the floor. And now Vivo KEYD have to fight a better positioned Los Grandes, but only with 2 players remaining. Gus is on the floor. Azai got the drop on Gus, and now gets the kill. 9 kills for Team 1 as of right now. That god, my god, that god's naked. That man is naked. Give him a towel.
Censor it.
Censored. VN10 trying to get the shots, but General puts Dust on the floor with the Groza. Trying to find the shots and eliminating Los Grandes. Vivo KEYD gets 9 kills. Please censor this. I'm not comfortable. Quadra kill by General for Vivo KEYD.
In 2 different positions of the map. Team 1, Team Codasolid, and Vivo KEYD.
And now Vivo KEYD might be the target from Team Codasolid, while Vivo KEYD uses the barriers to protect their sides, even though the bullets are not coming from that side. They know the position of Team Codasolid. Lots of bullets coming in. Modestia find the shots and put Pwn on the floor. VN10 also getting V-Team, stealing the kill. Drizzy stealing the kill by Pwn. And now only 10 players remaining. Drizzy gets back, but that god steals the kill. Only 1 player remaining. For Team Codasolid, it's Quali. Quali will probably play from inside the safe zone, and now Team 1 needs the fight against Vivo KEYD. Quali is back to the lobby, eliminated by Vivo KEYD. The Rock is giving lots of advantage to Vivo KEYD to fight the last players remaining from Team 1, and it's Booyah! Vivo KEYD! Look at the hype from those guys! Nando 9, I really like you. I want a picture with you, guys. Okay? I really like you. Vivo KEYD getting the booyah! They needed those points, and now they got it, Carol.
They indeed got it, and it was for sure a different booyah that we have watched here today. And Vivo KEYD with the last booyah of today will bring them some confidence for the next weekend, because we have watched these guys so much and they are no joke. Well done, Vivo KEYD, closing the day with a gold key for them for sure. That got Cabeção, Modestia, Nando 9, and General.
Those guys started the match violently, aggressively, and they finished the match violently and aggressively. But what a match by Team 1 as well, Carol.
What was a match for Team 1 that not only killed Fluxo team, but also did a very good job standing in the third place. Was the third, sorry. I think was
Team 1 got to the second place.
Yeah, that's right.
20
Team
points for
Codasolid.
Team 1.
20 points for Team 1. Team Codasolid
They
needed
got
13
they
points.
got to Team Liquid. If I'm no, they needed 29.
No.
They
Yes,
are
that
only
was
9
29.
points. They are only 9 points behind Team Liquid. They
Yeah,
needed
but
29.
well done for them, of course, because for sure we were asking for that more action from Team 1, and Vivo KEYD with 24 closing the day, like I said, with a gold key, and was well done. But also for Los Grandes that managed to stay alive in the late stages of the game in the 4th place. But we were not usually watching this kind of stuff of Vivo, Los Grandes, because they are definitely capable of to win a fight. And they were 4 against 4, Vivo KEYD against Los Grandes.
And Carol, I need to tell you something. I'm curious to see who was the best team for the day, the highlights for the day. We will have them soon for you guys to watch. But I am definitely curious about who was the best team for the day. What is your guess, Carol?
I have a guess. With the Vivo KEYD were the only team that got 24 points.
Santos got 25.
Okay, but Vivo KEYD...
24 was only Vivo KEYD.
Okay, because... Okay, but Vivo KEYD were the team. I'm pretty much sure they will get in the highlights of the day. Just writing that, Marcelo.
No, I believe you. It's a good
I
bet.
believe I can fly.
It's a good bet. They had good results for the day.
And I believe I'm a rider too. Just write it down, Marcelo, cause you see that sooner or later.
But I didn't say you were wrong.
No, but you questioned me. Okay, Santos.
No, I just said 25. That Santos got 25.
Trying to say that Santos was better than
No,
Vivo
I just said
KEYD.
Santos got
They
25.
They did.
I just said Santos got 25. I believe you were right.
You kind of said that I was wrong.
No, I believe you were right.
I will say we will see that in the arts today, guys.
We have the winners, the booyahs for the day: Santos, Fluxo, Netshoes Miners, Fluxo, Metagaming, and Vivo KEYD. Fluxo also a good runner for the highlights of the day. But I believe you're right. I never said I don't believe you're right. I really believe that you are right. Let's check the highlights of the day to settle this down. Vivo KEYD was the best of the day, but look at the second place.
Most of the points, most of the kill, and there is no Santos in here with the 25 points.
But they scored 25 points. But look at Team Codasolid What an amazing day for the newcomers, getting to the second place in most points, second place in most kills, and first place in most individual kills. And I believe that guy is not Pão, because I love Pão, and that guy is not Pão. I think that guy is Quali.
Well, I don't know what who he is, but Vivo KEYD very silently the whole matches of today, the 6 matches, they score most points and most kills and individual kills. I want to point it out about Ousado that probably have passed over. Oh no, there was a personal fight against MTS. Okay, no. Yeah, Ousado against MTS. So let's
That is
see.
Regine XP. He did an amazing job for the day
Killing.
as well.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw him killing a lot of times. But Netshoes Miners also joined the team here today in metagaming. Teams that we are not casual
Usually
seeing. Yeah, usually see that.
But that was a good game. That was a good day to make the mid block for the standings to get all mixed up, right, Carol?
Of course. And I'm very curious to see our standing. So let's check this out because Corinthians is still in the very first place with 380 points. Santos in the 4th place and Vivo KEYD that started the day among in the 10th place. Right now they are back to the top 5 with 319 points, 3 buoys in their baggage and 150 points per kill.
And Santos didn't get too loud. What we thought that could happen, that did not happen. Netshoes Miners getting the 7th place from Fluxo, and look at Team Codasolid. Tied with Fluxo in the 8th place, losing in number of booyahs. They only got 1 booyah since Fluxo got 3 booyahs. But take a look at the top 12, Carol. Before on the 12th place, Metagaming closing in, Los Grandes closing in, Pen Gaming closing in, and Team 1 only 9 points behind Team Liquid. What a great day for a Team 1 that needed a good day.
What a good day for Team 1 that indeed needed a good day. They not only reached the 200 points, but they are very close of the 17th place and give them kind of a hope to come back maybe to the top 12 because it is also very close the points of each
I
other.
believe Team 1 was one of the top scoring teams for the day, if I'm not mistaken. The round 9, they were the 4th team in kills and in points. They tied Netshoes Miners with 22 kills and got 1 less point on 55 points for them in the day. They needed a day like this to start their comeback into the season and keep themselves alive in Serie A.
And they are crawling back, baby steps, and coming back as much as they can to the top 12 of Free Fire Brazilian League Season 5. So let's check out our MVP also, Marcelo.
Our MVP run that will come up on the screen are kill leaders. MTS with 55 kills and Ousado
1
with
point behind of
54
MTS. Oh
1
my
point
gosh.
behind of MTS, but the other 3 faces are the faces that started the day in the top 5. K1, But On, and Memgad still on the top, but Memgad tying But On with 47 kills, Carol.
They are in a tie. Memgod, who is the support of FURIA team, is doing an excellent job getting points for killing, not only for support and assistance, but for killing as well. And we talked about the assistance yesterday, and we have already saw that Nando 9 it's also in the kill leaders list, but for 1 single kill. I mean, 2. Ousado needed 2 to pass MTS, but it's still a good day.
But you know what amazes me?
What amazes
MTS and But On, both from SS Esports. If you add those kills, 102 points for killing coming from MTS and But On for the season for SS Esports, and that explains a lot of how SS Esports is keeping themselves on the top of the board, right?
Yeah, I want to know actually who is hiring
you ever
each one of the players, because the guy who is choosing the players from SS Sports is definitely doing a good job, because each season they change their squad, and I mean, they are doing an excellent job here. all the seasons, being on the top not only of their standings but the MVP. And I feel like MTS did definitely a great job in the half of the season.
And it seems like we're reaching the halfway of the season, as you said. We see the standings with Corinthians, SS Esports, Loud, and Santos. It seems like the fight will happen for the second, third, and fourth place. And it seems like Corinthians is having an easy time keeping the lead, right, Carol?
And that's why, because they are not avoiding much battles, because as we already saw that Corinthians were to get in the top, they were doing that quietly game. They were waiting actually for the right moment. They were prioritizing their position in the late stages of the game. But right now we saw a lot of times they go into early confrontations, and that's because this doesn't worry them. They are not afraid to go for the battles.
Go for the fights. And Carol, we still have one more standing to show our viewers. That is the team of the day that will come soon for you guys to see, and we will talk about it because it was Vivo KEYD, and it was fun to see how Vivo KEYD was consistent in those games today, right?
Yes, they were consistent. I was not actually waiting to see them in the highlights of the day, but I predicted that because of the last Booyah, because even though they didn't appear much in the map, they were trying to be solid as much as they could, and once again saying that they closed the day being with the golden key, right?
And Carol, it's time for us to leave, and I want to reiterate one more time. A good Pride Day for all the LGBTQIA plus community. We have to respect. Get out of here, I'm talking seriously. But we have to respect the community. We have to respect each other and spread love. Don't spread hate. We have to learn by our past mistakes and create a brighter future for me, for Carol, for my girlfriend Camila, who I love, to our guys in the crew, and to everyone involved in the Free Fire community and around the whole world. So respect the guy next to you, respect the girl next to you, and respect everyone else. It's not the place for you to meddle when it comes to the life of someone. So please let other people live their lives and just live your life with respect and be polite and respectful, okay? I will see you next Saturday with more Free Fire Brazilian League. And Carol, I'll see you next Saturday.
Happy Pride Day, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Thank you so much for be here with us the whole weekend, and also this Monday, which it is a different season for us. Have games on Monday, and I will kill this fly after that, guys. So thank you so much. Bye bye.